are a winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. You are a winner, feel no pain. You are a winner, feel no pain. Yeah, I woke up feeling like a champion. Every move I make, I got the stamina. Eyes on the prize, never lose sight. Grinding every day, pushing through the night. Got the fire in my soul, never back down. In the ring of life, I'm the one with the crown. Sweat and tears, yeah, I paid the cost. Every battle fought, I'm never lost. Hit the floor. You are a winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. Every challenge met, every goal in sight. In the gym, on the grind, it's a warrior's fight. From the bottom to the top, yeah, I've been there. With the heart of a lion, I face the dare. No fear, no limits, just pure drive. In the race of life, I'm alive. With every push, with every strain, I'm a winner, feel the gain. Hit the floor, feel the power. In this moment, it's our hour. Rise above, break the chain. You're a winner, feel no pain. You are a winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. In this moment, own your name. You are a winner in this game. You are a winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. Stand tall, in the gym, on the grind, it's a warrior's fight. From the bottom to the top, yeah, I've been there. With the heart of a lion, I face the dare. No fear, no limits, just pure drive. In the race of life, I'm alive. With every push, with every strain, I'm a winner, feel the gain. In the mirror, what do you see? Out in the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win.
Hello everybody, welcome back again to another edition of Sports Live, brought to you by Blueclouds Media YouTube channel. We're live again with another exciting episode of Chelsea. Yeah, absolutely, another exciting discussion on Chelsea. As it is, we just witnessed Enzo Maresca's press conference ahead of Saturday's game. They'll be traveling today, so they have to make arrangements on time. So press conference. Can you hear me?
They're traveling tomorrow.
Yeah, they'll be traveling tomorrow, so they have to make
time they'll travel that calls them to push the conference forward rather than have it normal time.
Absolutely. So yeah, let me get this thing out of the way right now. Like I continue. I don't know why my mouse is not working for some reason. But anyway.
There's always a technological issue with StreamYard.
It's not. I think this one is my end.
Oh, that one's your actual computer.
Yeah.
Makes a change.
But anyway, like I said, we got jump-packed a lot of things to talk about on our stream. Today we'll be talking about Reece James injury and what it means for Enzo Maresca and his young Chelsea squad. Joao Felix, incredible performance for Portugal. Club at country, he's playing very well for club. Country. But country is not club is not going well for him, but he's doing very well with his country side, Portugal. Enzo Maresca thoughts on returning to Leicester City. We'll also be looking into that. And Benfica, yes, Tottenham Hotspur's player been banned 7 games over racial slur. I don't know where you guys stand on it regarding what happened to Enzo Fernandez with Chelsea and Benfica. Looks like he never learned a lesson. Chelsea coach, goalkeeping coach Hilario set to for a new role with England national team. And also, 2 months ago, Netflix hit with lawsuit over Paul Tyson fight streaming glitches. And also, last but not the least, don't forget to subscribe. Yeah, I'll be answering your questions on the chat. So don't forget to subscribe, like the stream, and if you're first time watching us, you can share that as well. We're lucky to be streaming live on 2 platforms at the same time, X and YouTube at the same time. Guys, be my guests in the next an hour and a half of live streaming. Your crew, Steven and Neil, will be taking you guys through that minutes, hour and a half of live streams. Let us know your thoughts on today's topic. As time goes on, I'll bring the topic up again, because some of you will be joining us a bit later. So stay in there, do not go anywhere. We'll be right back on Blueclouds Media YouTube channel again. Stay in, we'll be back. Welcome back, folks. Welcome back, people. Stephen G in the building, hiding behind that Chelsea logo, on fire. He's already on fire, but today is going to be a heated argument between him and I today. I don't think it's going to run very smooth like it used to. Today, he's on east and probably being on west. So either he moved to the south, now go on the north. Whatever it be, we're going to be on a different side for a while. Welcome back, Stephen. You
All right.
good?
Yeah. All good, bro. All good.
Oh, good. Saturday early kickoff, Chelsea, Leicester City. Enzo Maresca traveling back to his his former club, Leicester City, a club that he really improved players. He qualified them back to the Premier League again. But there are some few question marks regarding that build-up. We talk about Enzo Maresca's returning. We're going to talk about Reece James also not taking part of Saturday's game. But let's start with Enzo. Enzo Maresca himself as a manager. What do you make of him so far?
I like Maresca. I think the majority of us do. I think there's just the odd people who look for clickbait and rage bait and constantly slag him off, for a lack of better terms, slate him, abuse him, and all this just because it's the done thing. It's the thing that is popular, is just to give people abuse, because then it gets you interactions get you money. But the fact is, he has improved Chelsea, as we spoke on all the statistical stuff that we've got on the worksheet that I've done, a week ago, 2 weeks ago, we spoke on it. It shows improvement, and you can see visual improvement on the pitch as well, not just statistically. So can't complain about Maresca, to be honest with you.
I mean, I heard you saying clickbait and all. I hope that doesn't pertain to me, right? Because it looks like you're indirectly talking to me.
No, there's people who always put stuff like, oh, Maresca, this, Maresca. Like, bro, the amount of stuff I see on socials and sometimes on YouTubers' platforms that it's stuff that's anti-Maresca, and I just look at it, I'm like, why? Like, he's come in, he's improved the team. You cry when the team's not performing well. Managers come in, everyone was calling him championship manager. He's improved the club in terms of their positioning, in terms of their performances, in terms of their results. So why do people want him gone? What, because he wasn't your number one candidate? He wasn't my number 1, 2, or 3 candidate, but he's here. I'll back him, and I've seen the reason to back him.
I'm kind of surprised some people want him gone from all the good work he's done so far. That's really surprising.
That brings interactions. It's rage baiting, yeah, because they know by putting something out like that, it's going to get more interactions. More interactions get some more money.
But what are the main reasons why they would want Enzo Maresca to leave the football club? What would be their main reason?
Because it gets some interactions by saying they want him out.
So there's no really concrete, basic reason, because everyone, from what I've seen, what I've been reading, everyone is giving credit to Enzo Maresca for the good job he's done, and as quick as he's got these players playing good football and accumulating results.
That's the positive side of it, is that's the majority of people. Yeah. The issue is there's a minority of people who still slag him off and don't want him here and all these things because it's not the person that they wanted at the club. Well, I'm sorry, but if the club weren't performing, yeah, maybe I'd be on the same side as you in terms of, okay, maybe we have to look at how he's performing. Is it going well? No. Should we improve? No. Should we improve on him? Yes.
Yes.
But the fact is, he has improved us. And the fact is that because he's improved us, those conversations shouldn't be a thing. But because they get interactions, that's why people do it.
So people do it for fun. People do it for interactions purposely, and not any constructive
the other reason
reasons.
as well, like I said, is that for some people, they didn't want him. A lot of people, they didn't want him. But the difference is between a lot of the people that are backing him, yeah, we probably didn't want him. I didn't, yeah. But we've seen something on the pitch, as well as statistically, which says, okay, I can look at this and I can say there's been improvement. Yeah? So I've got something I can get behind. My team's performing on the pitch, they're getting results, and the data backs all that up. Yeah. So for me, looking at that, I go, okay, we can see there's improvement from when Poch was here. We've already played the majority of the big teams and we're still in the top 3. Yeah? We've got one of those games left. So what's there to cry about? What's there to moan about? That's what I don't get.
Beautiful people, if you're joining us live on X and YouTube at the same time, we're discussing the press conference that took place about an hour ago or a couple hours ago regarding Enzo Maresca's preparation towards his return to Kings Power Stadium, which is certain players that will be available. We've got to realize that some key players won't be, some will be, and some still haven't retained to Stamford Bridge yet, according to the press conference. Some haven't. He hasn't seen some of these players yet. Some hasn't trained. So
they've been training this afternoon. There's videos and pictures apparently of Lavia, Palmer, Caicedo, and Enzo all training this afternoon.
Beautiful. But we'll get into that. We're done with Enzo Maresca himself. If you have any other thing to add to it, then we will. But let's focus 10 minutes on Reece James, Stephen. Let's look at Reece James' injury. What is the latest update on Reece James' injury right now, and how does this affect the growth and the togetherness of the football club with Reece James? Hamstring again. Take us through it.
I mean, it seems to me like it could be a precaution thing. It doesn't sound like it's major. I presume they haven't got the scans fully yet, and that's why he's not saying he's out for a long time. And based on what he does know at the early stages, there's a possibility that he's involved next week. He seems hopeful of that from what the quotes are suggesting. He seems hopeful that Reece will be involved next week against Aston Villa. So hopefully that is the case. I mean, look, I know you're going to make your point about the big games, and we'll get to that in a minute. But to summarize it, having or not having Reece James isn't the be-all and end-all when it comes to big games. He's not the guy that's going to be the difference maker because Chelsea do have that experience in the team now. If we're talking last season, I'd agree with you. I'd say we don't really have the experience, so there's an argument for it. But this season, there's obviously a year older with the team. We've brought in a couple of more experienced players as well. So that's not really a factor when it comes to big games for me. And you've seen the fight the clubs put up in these big games. Last season, you look at how we performed in the big games, and for the most part, it was, how can I put this without getting us in trouble? It was absolutely shocking, and it was underwhelming last season when we played against the big clubs, with the exception of 1 or 2 games. So that's the way I'm looking at this.
I've had all my points of view, but big up to you. Greetings to you, my big brother, JC, and my brother out there also. Chelsea section. I've been forgotten about you. Right after today's stream, I'll go right online and send you those images and names like we discussed the other day. So watch out for that. It will be coming your way soon on Discord. Thank you very much for joining us on the show today. And like I said, we are looking forward to Saturday's game, early kickoff between Chelsea and Leicester City. But before we do that, we're going to today's press conference that took place earlier on, where Enzo Maresca did explain the situation going on with Reece James injury, and Joao Felix also was in discussion, and Lavia and so forth. So there are other players that we will be talking about them now. Before we did talk about Enzo Maresca, now we're talking about Reece James and how his absence is really, whether his absence is affecting the team positively or negatively. We want to know. I want to know you guys' view or your thoughts on Reece James' absence as a captain. And to me, I did said this to Steven on where we stand on Reece James, and I said if Chelsea have to move forward, the captain has to be present on the pitch. And I found the reason why we're missing some of these big games, we can't win some of these big games. If you look into the game very well, I know they could some of these players could show the passion of being a true and true Chelsea, but Reece James is more true and true than any of these players. All why? Because James, I've been there, I've seen it, I've worked with Lampard, I've been around the team way longer than any other player that I can think of. Levi Colwill, not as long as James have been there, but Levi Colwill this season and last season has shown some kind of consistency and presence in the team. But how can Chelsea win those bigger games? Reece James, from my little research I had this debate with Steven, and he said it's pointless to make this argument because it's unofficial from some outlet. But to me, with little research that I'm making, Reece James is the most paid defender in the Premier League. But Steven said no, and I said I've made the research. You guys can make your own research. Let me know where you stand on it. Reece James 250. From what I know, I'm not even adding bonuses and other stuff to it. He's been paid a lot of money as a defender. And how many games? He was being suspended. 3 games. We're expecting Reece James to be back to help the team, and yet another injury again. That sets him back. Setback, he misses two more games in addition to it, which I'll say 5 games in all. 5 games beginning of the season. He hasn't, I'm not so sure how many 90 minutes he's played for the team. We are 11 week away in the Premier League. Saturday game became 12 weeks in the Premier League. Reece James haven't even played half of the Premier League games. And this is our captain. I'm not saying sell Reece James, but I'm saying his absence is not impacting the team. Reece James on the pitch, I'm telling you, we can win against Liverpool. Reece James on the pitch, we can win against Arsenal. Not drawing, we would have won that game against Arsenal. That is near post. Someone could have been there to block those. Reece James present. It's always different.
Against Liverpool, did he not?
Against Liverpool?
Yeah.
He didn't finish, did he?
I don't know. It was one of his first games back. I'd hope he didn't finish the game.
He didn't finish the game. He played. If it was his first game playing against Liverpool, Reece James did not finish. Yeah. So this is one of the things that I'm saying.
He played about 55 minutes. It was his first game back.
So, like I said, he did not finish.
But you don't expect someone to even play from the start in their first game back. So the fact that he even started that game was a surprise.
I understand. No one expected Reece James to start that game, but he did. We were thinking he's going to come up from the bench and so forth. But my problem with the thing is, I want Reece James to get fit. Get fit. If you're going to go for the few rest of the season, come back 10 games to go, that's up to Reece James. But I've had enough of Reece James getting in and out of the team and being a club captain. Either Chelsea start fishing for another defender, which we know they're looking for a defender. But the right back, We cannot rely on one player alone for the whole entire season. Someone needs to come in and help Malo Gusto out because Reece James looks like he's unreliable.
Do you want to know the easy solution?
What's the solution?
Josh signed the flipping contract. That's the simple solution.
Josh Achampong.
Yeah, sign the contract. Because if Reece is injured, you've got your opportunity to play because Gusto can't play every game. But by you getting poorly advised or whatever the reasoning is and not signing it, yeah, you're just taking away opportunities from yourself when we've got players unavailable. Because you aren't signing it.
Mm.
So you're actually harming yourself more than you're helping yourself. I'm not saying it's on him. I'm saying it's more on whoever's advising him, whether that's representatives or family or whatever. Whoever it is, he's being poorly represented.
I agree. We'll talk about this. And I said those that represent Enzo Maresca even said that a few weeks ago during press conference about Josh Achampong's problem and said his representatives are not helping the young boy make the right decision. And I think it will affect his career because right now, Enzo Maresca was willing to develop this player through Conference League games and the Conference League games and then some domestic games, FA Cup and Carabao Cup. But Josh Achampong, would I say inevitable to sign it? Will I say him not signing a new contract is not making him get game time? Now he sits home. He's not training at all with Chelsea. He sits home. He trains by himself. How do you improve?
I don't know if he trains by himself, but he's not getting selected in the squads for the under-21s or the first team.
And he's been told to stay away from the club, isn't he?
I don't know if he's been told that. I just know he's not being selected in the squads. I don't know if he's been told to train at home or whatever. I just know that he's been told that he won't be selected until he signs a contract.
I agree. Thank you very much, Stephen. JC said, me as a fan, we are all stakeholders in player salary dynamics. Should we even care about the salary? In his opinion, it's clear. It's clear league problem, and I don't really care about it. I don't really care about it either. But if you have one of the most high paid players in the Premier League and you don't see them in action, it doesn't hurt your pocket, but it's very difficult to take it. You get what I'm saying? That we're not seeing, and I don't care about the money. I just want to see the passion that Reece James bring on the pitch and how he galvanize and mobilize his team as a club captain, holding the hard band and going for victory against this big opposition team. Most of the time, we've seen many times. I was willing someone could ask Enzo Maresca this question. If he found a way to be able to get this guy to be able to win games when the other teams slip down, has he found a way to be able to get that psychological effect out of these players? I was just asking if someone asked this question for me. But if I were there, I would ask it. But I'm not there at this moment. But anyway, big up to you, Chelsea section. Tyrone said big up to Stephen and Nee in the studio. Big up to you too, my brother. I hope you're doing very well. Stephen, still on. We still got some few minutes on the Reece James situation. We know he's an injury proof. I'm not going to ask, is he an injury proof right now? Because we already know where the situation lies. Let's wrap up on Reece James, Stephen, because we got other topics to get on. Maresca's thoughts on other topics to get on. Joao Felix will be next, Stephen. Let's finish Reece James. Mm-hmm. What's the last take on it? I know I've said something that you want to react on. Go for it.
No, my thing is, look, if he really is out for a couple of games, it's not the end of the world. If he's out longer term, then there's a discussion that needs to be had about what we do with Reece. But as of right now, we have no confirmation how long he's out. It seems like he could potentially be back next week. Obviously, we'll find out more over the next 8 days because the next press conference will be Friday next week. So throughout the week, if there's any scans that he has and then that gets leaked out, we'll find out. And then obviously we'll hear from Maresca himself next Friday. So within the next 8 days, we'll know more what's going to happen. And Look, it is possible that it's more of a precaution thing. He said he felt a little something. It could genuinely just be a precautionary thing. Because, look, we're not Reece. We don't know what he felt. We can't make that judgment. We're not on the medical staff, unfortunately, because that would be class. So we can't be the people to make that judgment and make that assessment to be able to inform people what's happening.
Beautiful. All right, so we're gonna move on from Reece James at this moment. We're gonna move on to Joao Felix. Steven, Felix in the picture right now. His performance for
Reece James picture up, by the way.
No, I mean, I don't mean this picture.
Oh.
I mean,
I thought you meant
getting
his picture up. It threw me off massively. I was like,
okay. From what you said, so give me a second. Let me just take Reece James picture off and find Felix.
That's right. That gives me time to grab my charger because my laptop's about to die. So.
Oh, you don't? Yeah, you don't want that to happen. Go get it.
No, I just had to drag it across the room.
Okay.
But I've got it already, so I just lean it on something so it don't drop, and I can just quickly grab.
All right. I got Felix picture right now, so yeah, that will save me some time here. All right, Joao Felix. I'm going to get Reece James picture off the screen at Felix there. All right, so we have Joao Felix on our screen, and he is going to be the guy we're going to talk about right now, because he was part of Enzo Maresca's press conference and things that he said about the question that was being asked. Felix is having a good performance with country. Excuse me. But we did talk about it. Steven and I talked about it. I said, I want the truth. But on the other side, Steven said, it would be too bad for Enzo Maresca to throw his player under the bus.
Well,
if I
word it the same way as I did then, just to make life easier. My point was that I'd much rather him have a go at players for poor training and poor performance behind closed doors than I would publicly, because we know how the media treat Chelsea. So if he comes out and he slanders one of his players publicly, then you're just giving the media extra ammunition when they already give Chelsea a load of rubbish in the media anyway. So why give them extra ammunition that they don't need, because they'll make up some fake story anyway. So there's no point giving them anything else.
Which I agree. Enzo Maresca said he's trying to find the right balance for Joao Felix, but we know what the problem is. We all know is physically Joao Felix doesn't have that strength. He's a luxury player, and I do understand. But Felix doesn't have that Premier League strength that Enzo Maresca is looking for. In the other way, you could say that he doesn't fit into the style. It doesn't fit into the style of Enzo Maresca, how he wants him to play, because this guy doesn't have that strength. But also, he said it's something that he's planning to do, to play Joao Felix and Cole Palmer in the middle, and it's a feature plan. Mm-hmm. How long are we going to see that happen?
The other thing is, it could literally be both. It could be his work ethic, which we've seen on the pitch. And it could also be the balance thing, because he's mentioned the balance in the past about, well, I can't have like 6 attackers because then you just unbalance the team. So it's not possible. Because he spoke about, I can't have Nkunku, Palmer, Madueke, Neto, and Jackson on the pitch, because then you've got no balance. He has said stuff like that in the past. So it could genuinely be both things. So it's not a lie. It's just, yes, that's the truth, but is there more to it in regards to Joao Felix personally with his performances, on top of the fact that it unbalances the team? Do you get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It could be both things, and he's just sticking to that one thing to the media, so he's not throwing him under the bus.
Do you agree with Enzo Maresca, or do you think, because I've seen managers play these attacking players? They played like Busquets, they play Messi, Xavi, Iniesta.
Isn't an attacking player.
It's a defensive mid, but I'm saying They played Messi. They played Iniesta. They played Xavi. And those players are not defensive midfielders. They are attacking players. You get what I'm saying? So my question is Enzo Maresca really splitting the fact that he cannot get Joao Felix to play in his team because he doesn't have the strength or maybe doesn't have the work ethic? Because I've seen Iniesta, I've seen Xavi. Those players are not workaholic like maybe a Gallagher is or maybe a Neto is. They're good in keeping the ball. And this guy is good in keeping the ball. And it's not getting game time. But he's good for club.
Plus, you're talking about Barcelona, who could get away with it because they just dominate everyone because the individuals in that team. But the point with the balance is more about he can't use too many attacking players in the lineup. Is more what it is.
But has he tried
at one time?
Has he tried?
Yeah, he tried it in a game against a terrible team in the Conference League. Remember, Noah?
Oh, Noah.
Yeah, he used it then. He used about 6 attackers in that game. I don't know why. I think it was just a case of I'm just going to chuck him out there. It's Noah, so I can kind of get away with it for this game. But for the most part, his point stands true in terms of in the majority of games you will play, you cannot do that because you are going to be against stronger opposition than an Armenian team called Noah. In the Premier League, you won't be able to get away with that. If you're chasing the game and you're down by a couple goals and it's late in the game, yeah, sure, you can do that. But in terms of from the outset and stuff, you can't. Do you get what I mean?
And even that in that magnitude, not everyone does that. Bring attacking players. They take attacking players off and bring in defensive players that can solidify to stop the team from conceding goals. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Lots of managers these days don't bring on attacking players if they're trying to protect or shield a 1-goal deficit.
You know what I'm saying? If you're behind and chasing the game, then yeah, sure, you can chuck as many attacks.
Oh yeah.
Because if you're a couple goals down and it's like the 80th minute, what have you got to lose at that point?
Absolutely. Greetings to you, DJ Sub in the building. DJ, big up to you, DJ. DJ said, big up to Nee, Steven, and the chat. Tyrone, and JC. Big up to everyone out there. Like we said, Blueclouds Media is live again. My name is Nee Zion with my co-host Steven G. With the crew back again on the show, JC, Tyrone, and my DJ Sub. Chelsea Dan, I miss my brother. I hope he's doing very well. But yeah, guys, if you're just joining us, today's show, we are looking into Reece James injury, what it means for Chelsea and Enzo Maresca's young squad. Joao Felix, incredible performance for Portugal. He hasn't had the best performance for club, but Maresca thoughts on returning to Leicester City. And Bentico banned for 7 games over Reece James as Chelsea coach Hilario set for English role. Yes, the national team. And Netflix hit with lawsuits over Paul and Tyson's fight streaming glitches, which if you guys watch it, those that have Netflix will testify. I wasn't that. I have a screenshot. I sent a screenshot to Steven. This is what I'm getting from Netflix. It was just lagging and lagging and lagging. I even missed about 3 rounds.
They've never had a high demand live event on Netflix before, because if they had, they would have seen these issues before they got to this event, and they would have been able to solve them before this happened.
I feel like whoever was in charge should have run a test stream 2 days before the game, the fight itself. They should have run a test stream.
They shouldn't have done a test stream because it's all about the demand of that stream, right?
Yeah.
So they needed to ideally to test it. They would have needed to have another high-profile event that's been streamed in the past on Netflix to be able to test it.
You know what I was saying is during the weigh-in, when they went into weigh. But we'll come to that, Steven. We'll come to that. There are other topics to jump into. What was that, Steven?
You don't get as much demand for a weigh-in live stream as you do actual fight night.
Steven, the fight was trending. The weigh-in was trending. Everything they put on top, all the episodes of Jake Paul's workout training and Mike Tyson's workout and training.
Yeah, but they're episodes. They're not live streams.
That's what I'm saying. They should have used one of those to do a live stream, like a live event, and see the strength of how many people will be watching at that time. They would have let the put it ahead of time. Say Tyson's workout will be 2 days ahead of time. This is the day, 7 p.m. Saturday night, Tyson workout live. Then you can test the stream. If you have 160 million and maybe you have 60 million watching at that time and you're having glitches in your live stream, then you know what to do. You call the bigger network out there, like, hey, I had 160 on this event, I had 60 and people had issues. How can we do it? You call the expert. ESPN experts are there. They can come on board. Paramount TV, BBC. There are people there that can come on board and say,
about their servers, isn't it? It's more about the Netflix servers than anything else.
It's just like FIFA. When you got the demand is on it, and it's not lagging. Server is too many people on the server. Now, I do understand.
That McDonald's Wi-Fi.
It's just like you standing behind, right in front of the driveway and trying to use McDonald's Wi-Fi. Absolutely. But anyway,
the connection I get from Chelsea.
Oh yeah, Stamford Bridge.
Man.
Anyway, we're gonna move on. DJ Sam said Reece James is here. Is he okay? Is he injured? Sorry, is he really injured? Absolutely, he is. DJ, your boy is injured again. He's injured again. We've talked about Enzo Maresca's press conference. What do you make of his what he said regards to his return to the King's Power Stadium?
I actually haven't seen those quotes. I saw something about the owners and like being grateful to the owners and stuff like that.
Good people.
That's literally the length of stuff that I saw on that. I didn't see many quotes, so.
Sometimes you have to watch it. The video, sometimes videos is not that long. You gotta watch it because I read all the stuff that they sent out there, but I was like, I need to listen to the interview myself because not everything.
Tired to listen to it. I felt ill all day, so I literally didn't have the energy to watch it.
But this is what I'll take from it. He really praised. He didn't say anything bad about the owners, but he really praised them and. He said they opened the door for him, and he did a very, very good. The owners, did a very, very good job for him, and he's really grateful. Nice people, nice, yeah, very, very respectful.
So.
Nice people. Okay, so we move on. We move on from there. And next on the bill, guys, if you're watching this live, next on the bill, we will be getting into some few business. We've talked about James. We talk about Joao Felix and how he can improve his work rate. The industry of Joao Felix is very low, and I feel like that is what is keeping him away from the first team. But will Enzo Maresca play him and Cole Palmer, as he said in the press conference today? In the near future, he might play those two in his game. But let's see how things develop and trying to get a right balance. I know the balance is there. It's just that probably his work ethic is not as high as compared to maybe a Pedro Neto or maybe we might also see what's his name back again. Jadon Sancho. We might see Sancho back again, but maybe the work rate of Sancho and the strength and ability on the pitch probably Joao Felix doesn't have it. But anyway, we'll move on from there. We'll talk about Enzo, some few, as it is a 7, Bentancur, Tottenham Hotspur. So I forgot. We've done 38 minutes. Time for me to drop the link. All right, so yeah, we'll be talking about Bentancur. Bentancur banned for 7 games over Russia. Steven, why is the FA banning Bentancur for 7 games and nothing at all was done to Enzo Fernandez? What's your take on it?
I mean, I think the Enzo one's still being investigated. I believe, because we've not heard that the investigation's concluded, so I think that's still being investigated.
I'm not cutting it off. This is not drugs.
I never said it was drugs.
No, I'm coming. I'm building the point. I'm not done yet. So, hold on. This is not drugs. If they're still investigating Enzo Fernandez situation from when they won the Copa America till now, then we got a problem. We got a huge problem.
Not
but
really.
Bentico, how long did it take Bentico situation?
It's different. So, one, yeah. Do you know what he said? Do you know what he actually said?
Yeah, I listened to. I read it, but I was listening to his voice in Argentine, and he said, "Would you like to get a jersey?"
Nobody complained to me because I'm just gonna quote what he said.
Okay.
If I remember correctly,
If
I remember correctly, he was asked something. He said, "Sonny or Sonny's cousin, they all look the same." If I remember correctly, that's what was said. The difference, and this is what I'm saying, the difference is he said that in an interview, whereas Enzo Fernandez was in a group of people singing a chant on a bus, so it's harder to definitively say this is only one involved, this is the one that started it, this is the one that didn't start it, this is the one that did this is the one that did that, right? Whereas Benton Kurz actively said it in an interview, so you can tell he's the one that's actually said it and started everything that happened.
What did he say?
I told you what he said.
Oh,
he said something along the lines of Sonny or Sonny's cousin, they all look the same.
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
I'm not involved, bro.
DJ's here.
Yeah, bro.
DJ.
What's happening? You guys good?
Yeah, we're good, brother. We're good. I'm going to take you straight to the point.
Yeah.
Rodrigo Bentico, does it deserve a 7-game ban and also plus 100,000 fine, breaches of FA rules, Article 3 in relationship to a media interview? Does it deserve that many games? From that, bro? From what the meaning, from the translation of what he said.
Oh, hang on. Let me quickly correct myself. So he was asked to show the shirt of a Spurs. He was asked to show the shirt of a Spurs player and replied, "Sonny's. It could be Sonny's cousin too, as they all look the same." That was the exact quote of what he said.
DJ, over to you. Is that racism?
Where do we go to the point now where we keep saying everything's racism in the game, man? I mean, I don't really know. I'll be honest with you. I don't know much about this story, to be honest with you guys. So I don't want to end up making a discussion on something I'm not fully up to date with.
DJ, you're up to date with it. You just said it. That's the whole explanation. That's the whole. They look alike. They're brother. That is all.
Now, can I quickly add to something on this, right? So Spurs accept the guilty verdict, but they feel the ban's harsh, so they're appealing the length of the ban. Yeah,
absolutely.
On top of this is another thing entirely, but it links in with Spurs. Benton Kurz, arguably a key player for them. They're also still missing Van de Ven through injury, and they could also be missing Christian Romero for at least this weekend. So they could be without Romero, Van de Ven, and Benton Kurz, all three for this weekend. And they're playing Man City on Saturday at 5:30 p.m. So it's a massive game and then potentially missing 3 key players. Spurs will get battered everywhere they go.
It's just who they are, man. It's just who they are, man.
I just wanted to add the fact that he should be banned. Yeah, he should be banned. But my argument with it is, should he be banned, Jess? Should it be 7 games? Is that too harsh given what he said? There's been worse things said, and people have either not got a ban or they've got a lesser ban.
Right? To me, it shouldn't be banned.
To me, seven games is a bit too harsh, in my opinion.
Yeah, maybe to me, 5, it shouldn't be banned at all. And then fine him $100,000. And
maybe 5. Maybe 5 games.
7.
There should be a ban. There should be a ban, but 7's a bit too harsh.
With a fine of $100,000. With a fine of $100,000. This is mad. DJ, after
There's a simple solution, right?
Yeah.
You still ban him. Maybe you reduce it by a couple games, so it's a 5-game ban, so it's a couple more than your normal red card would be. Yeah. Then, if you're going to fine him, just do it this way. Say you're not fined. Rather, instead of being directly fined, giving money to the FA, yeah, you have to give money to an anti-racism charity instead. So it's not going directly to the FA. Do you get what I'm saying?
Not for me. DJ.
Okay. I mean, I had the same thing with Enzo. I said Enzo should get fined and put money to charity. I think anything like that should be money to charity that fights against that cause.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go along with Steve on that one. To be fair, you know, I think any kind of racist slur now, anything a player does now, you know, to be fair, these players have got. I got to always say one thing because of the way things are now in the game. Yeah, you know, players have now. Social media players have now got to take that little bit more responsibility, and they've got to also be educated by the clubs as well to say, look, you've got to be careful what you say in public now, because everything that comes out now, anything to do with any skin color, race, whatever, or religion, whatever you want to call it, it's going to be known. It's going to go. It's going to go as a racist slur. Or it's going to go as he's being hypocritical because that person is. That person is not, I don't know how to put it, is not a particular religion, or he's that religion, so we must say this and we must say that. I mean, every little thing now is being said now. You know, it's society. It's unfortunately it's the society we're living in now, because there's too much of it around. There's too much of it. What's going on around the world doesn't help either. With, as we all know, what's going on between Russia and the Ukraine, that's not helping either.
And then you've got Israel and Gaza.
You've got Israel and Gaza as well. There's so much stuff going on around, and other countries have got things going on in their country. So unfortunately it gets leaked out by the media. So what happens then is any little thing that comes out that's leaked out by the media is going to be a racist slur, or he was being rude to him, or he was being slurred, he was saying that, he was slagging that player off, he was slagging her off, he was doing this and he was doing that. I mean, look, where do we actually get to a point now where we start saying to ourselves is everything about race? Is it all racism? You know, why can't,
not everything,
as far as I'm concerned,
be, but the media and social media make everything about it.
How I look at life and how I've been brought up, everyone should be treated the same. Okay, it doesn't matter what race, color, religion you are. Everyone should be treated the same, no matter what. Yeah, you know, and unfortunately, you have got people out there that ruin it for others, and this is why everything that's coming out now, any little thing that comes out, it is so I don't know how to put it out there now. It's everything is just known as I said, as a racist thing, or
DJ, you can literally be asked to describe someone, and if you describe someone as black, someone will go, that's racist.
Yeah, it's true, but and look, I'm not. As I said, I'll be honest with you, Stephen. I mean, I'm born and bred in this country, right? Yeah, I've got Portuguese. Portuguese heritage in me, right? Because I am Portuguese,
a bit
right?
of everything,
Yeah, I'm British Portuguese, bro. I'm British Portuguese, bro, right? Yeah. So in that kind of like way, I will say one thing, I still get it to this day. You know, I do get. I mean, not for a long time, but back in the days in school. Back in the days when I was in school, I used to get a lot of it come my way. And I used to turn around and say to the people that were ignorant to say it to me is, look, I'm born and bred in this country. Just because I don't have your color skin doesn't mean I'm an outsider. I'm born and bred in this country. Like everyone else, I pay my taxes, so whatever you want to call it. I do all that kind of stuff like everyone else.
You're a British citizen, mate. You are born in this country. You're a British citizen.
But unfortunately, you get some ignorant people out there, Stephen, that ruin it for others, and then will come out with their stupidity. And this is why I will say to my daughter as well. Yeah, I say to my daughter as well. I teach her brought up the same way. Don't let it get to you, because she gets little things coming her way as well. I said, just ignore it. There are people that haven't educated their kids,
bro. That's what the issue is.
You know what I mean, bro? You know what I mean? So and she's got Romanian in her as well, because my wife is Romanian. So you know, so you can see the what do you call it in me. So
it gets even more complicated. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so we're known as outsiders, but I look at it and I say to myself, I just don't let it get to me anymore. I just call them people stupid and idiotic, and they get their upcomings anyway at some point in their lives. Yeah, I just, as long as I don't lower my standards to theirs, that's how I look at it, mate. Do you know what I mean? But
I mean,
it's one of those things out there, unfortunately. Every little thing aimed now at players. This is why players have got to be extra careful now, in public, what they say, because
from what you're just saying, I'm listening. I'm trying to build a point from what Steven's saying, from what you're saying. You know, I mean, from what you guys too, from what you've said, that ain't racism. It's just like me telling you, DJ, you look like Joao Felix. Why? Because you guys coming from the Portugal, right?
Yeah.
And that is for
okay,
You
me.
know what I
racism.
think it is? I think it's more because it is a racial stereotype more than. So they've deemed it a racial slur. I think the media have branded it that way. But in reality, what it is it's more a use of a racial stereotype.
Yeah.
Because the stereotype is, unfortunately, the stereotype is that Asians look the same. That's the unfortunate stereotype they get branded.
They
with.
look the same.
So it's not.
If you don't live with them, you can't tell who.
Right? It's more of a racial stereotype than a racial slur. Slur is not the correct terminology in this situation, in my opinion, because it's more around the stereotype than it is a slur. It's not like he's gone out and said, I don't know, he's gone up to a black person and said the N-word, for example. That is a racial slur.
100%. And
saying what he said is a racial stereotype, not a racial slur. That's my view on it, because I struggle to see how using a stereotype as a slur and not branded as a stereotype, because to me they're two different things.
Yeah. It's the same as what you're saying. It's what you're saying as well about it. Yeah.
One of my friends is, and look, I get called all sorts of things, You know what the stereotype is about Welsh people, You wouldn't call that a racial slur.
No, I still no.
That's a stereotype.
It's being stereotypped,
Look, this problem that we always find ourselves hearing in the British media. These things doesn't. I'll say it doesn't trend in other other countries. Like if you move away from America, if you move away from England, these things are not a thing. Another thing in any other country, but British media make it a thing. Just this discussion that he said, okay, because it looks like him, because they look the same. They found this guy $100,000, and then 7 games. 7 games. It don't make sense.
I still think there should be a ban, but 7 games is excessive.
This is what I'm trying to say, though, guys. This is where I keep saying it, and as I repeat it again, players have also, and look, at the end of the day, it's got to get to the stage now where players are going to have to not speak at all. Because if they do say anything, right? If they're not going to speak, where's the communication? Where do they do it on the football pitch when they're playing their match or playing their games? I mean, you've got to get to a stage where you start to say enough is enough. Stop trying to throw every little thing that comes out as a racist chant or stereotyping this and stereotyping that. Because at the end of the day, right? Where do you actually stop all this? Where does it stop? Unfortunately, racism in life is something, unfortunately, that I will say is going to carry everywhere you go around the world. It's a thing that's going to stay in the world. And as much as everyone is there to try to stop it, and we're all part of this thing to try and stop it, kick it out, and all this and that, I'm all for that. But unfortunately, it's never going to go anywhere. Everywhere you go, people are going to look at you. It's one of those things, bro.
Racism from the
white people created this, Steven. DJ, white people created it. There was not a thing. There was not a thing until the 1700s, where one has to say, all right, we are the supremacy. We are white people, and they are black people. We can't educate these people, because when we educate them, they will take over us. So now we're white, they're black. Because look, before in the 1700s, it used to be white folks fighting each other and then eliminating each other. I don't want to use the word K word. I don't want to use the word K word.
I know you mean, bro. I know you're going with this. I know you're going with it.
Yeah, they were eliminating each other. Yeah. Then it got to a point. They said, "Look, we are not our enemies. Our enemies are those black guys over there." Now we got to start. The black guys were very peaceful. They were not attacking anyone. So that is when they created white and black. Now it's become a thing. Why should someone create that color the language in the first place? Why should they?
This is the thing, and this is the thing. We unfortunately, as I said, this is the kind of world we live in. I mean, all my friends are a mixture. In fact, my best friend's actually Nigerian. Right, his name's Patrick. Right, he's one of my best mates. He is, right. Yeah, he was my best. I've known him for years and years and years. Right, Okay, and you know, even we were saying we were having a conversation the other day saying about this whole thing, and we were like thinking, what the world is coming to now with every little thing that is. What's this?
He says
James would be.
James would be like, sure.
I knew Scarlett. I knew he
No,
was
we've
going to
got
come out with something
Ben
like that.
Chilwell
I
for that.
knew he was going to come like that. Nah, Ben Chilwell was more like that. More like that, Skylar, than Reece James, bro. Don't worry, Reece James will be back, and I don't think his injury, by the way, is as bad as everyone's making it out to be. I think he'll actually be available for the weekend, or he'll
No,
be part of
he
the
won't.
squad.
No,
This
he won't
weekend,
play,
maybe
DJ.
next weekend.
No,
He's out. He's run out.
for how long? I didn't get
No,
much of
But at
it.
least this weekend.
Well, at least
Uh,
this weekend, right?
I doubt.
Yeah.
Well,
DJ, I doubt.
He said that
They don't
basically
know.
he's hopeful he could be back for next week against Villa.
So that's hypothetically. They don't know.
God,
They
man,
don't know.
what is going on with this guy, man? Honestly, what's
The
going on
thing
with him?
is, the issue is, people go, "Oh, but he had surgery on his hamstring." Yeah, mate, he had a history on both, and he
Yeah.
had surgery on one because you
Yeah.
can't have surgery on both legs at the same time.
I feel for the guy. I feel for the kid. I feel for the kid.
If he's
I
not
do.
got this injury on the leg he had surgery on, it means he's had it on the one that he hasn't had the surgery on, which then you can make the argument that, okay, maybe the one he had surgeries on holding up, so maybe you just go, look, mate, your one that you had surgery on is holding up, your other one that you haven't isn't, so just take the surgery and you might be good. Look, I'm guessing. I don't know which one's injured. I can't remember which one he had the operation on. I just know, factually speaking, he's got a history of having hamstring injuries on both legs.
Smash the like button.
I also know, factually, he's had an operation on just one of those.
Beautiful. Big up to the Law of Vapor Nation joining us on the show. He says injured 24/7. Big up to you. And Scala, let's hear what Scala have to say. Scala, welcome back to the show, brother.
Big up, Scholar, man. Big up.
Yeah, he's in the studio.
Yeah, big up. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Hold on, say it again.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
It doesn't sound clear.
It sounds muffled a little bit when you say,
Yeah.
can you hear me? A little bit, bro.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm speaking through an earpiece, so maybe.
Fair enough.
Yeah, just go for it. Go for it, Scala. What do you have for us?
Yeah, I mean, when I said like he'll be a Luke, I mean, he's not at the moment, but how old is he? He's like 24.
25 now, I think.
Scala, you wanna get back and get out and come back again? Your microphone doesn't sound well, and it doesn't sound like normal all the time that we used to hear you. So fix that and join us again. Fix that.
And can I just say one thing, guys? Give it a couple of, I'll say probably right now, right? Yeah. On the day this has been mentioned about Reece James, I'd say give it, let me see now. Give it by the weekend or give it by next week. Reece James wants to go to warmer climates. That same article will come out again about a move to Portugal, a move to Barcelona, maybe. All this nonsense will come out again about Reece James from the media, because that's what they like to do. And apparently he's going to come out and say he's already denied that completely. All right. But they're going to try and bring it up again. Just give it, give it a couple of weeks.
Fail.
Huh? Yeah, bruv. You know that, Stephen. You know that.
Bro, I know the media. That's why I always say I'd rather our manager just give the players stick behind closed doors and do it publicly, because the media already stick enough BS stuff that isn't factually accurate on us and on our players. So why would you want your manager to say something publicly that could do that? Like, that's why I always say, look, so long as he's giving them a better word, bollocking behind closed doors, I've got no issues.
Well, you know, the media made a big thing about that thing about him when he called out Reece James, didn't he? I mean, how big that was. I mean, I remember Daniel Lewis. Is it? I don't know if you remember that stuff that was about Reece James when
the Daily Guide, Daniel Lewis, the black guy.
Yeah, he went on Sky Sports along with the Manchester United fan. I forgot her name now. She's all I know. She's a United. She's on Sky as well, but she's a United fan. And they were both talking about Reece James and saying, how can Maresca come out and call out his captain? This is Reece
when
James
he
wants
said
to get
he
sold.
expected
And
more of him as a leader, even though he's been injured. I know what you're on about.
Yeah. And I'm like, what? Who are you to come out and say Reece James is going to leave?
They literally proved my point. I forgot that whole thing happened. They've literally just proved my point before
You know what I mean? You know? On Sky Sports, she's going and saying that. Obviously, they're one of the biggest broadcasters out there, right? Yeah, and you're going and saying, "Oh yeah, Reece James."
But
Yeah,
Sky
after
needs the
hearing
sound
them
bites to
words.
be relevant.
Seriously though, I'm thinking, what are we doing here, mate? Every little player. I mean, why is it? And the thing is, it's always Chelsea, isn't it? I don't hear about any other clubs' players. All right. I mean, there's that stuff I wrote on about Trent Alexander, about maybe him moving on to Real Madrid. Nothing's been coming out of that anymore, has it? It's
Who?
just still Trent might be going to Real
that.
Madrid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing comes out on that, but anything to do with Chelsea, any players leaving, oh my days.
Oh,
they're
there was
ready
one
to
about
go
Enzo
home.
and Atletico Madrid earlier. I didn't see the source, so I never mentioned it, but I saw that earlier before we went live.
Seriously, I didn't even see that one.
Bro, it popped up for
I
2
didn't see
seconds
that
on
one.
notifications. I was like,
Who reported
nope,
it?
I'm not giving
I wonder
them
who
this
reported it, mate.
attention.
I wonder who reported it, bruv.
I don't wanna
Some.
I don't
Sorry,
want to
Neat.
know.
Sorry, Neat, for interrupting you, bro. God.
No, oh, that's all right. That's all right. That's all right. It's okay. It's all good. I mean, whatever you guys say, also valuable to do whatever we're talking about here on the stream. So yeah. Come on, Scala, I'm waiting for you.
He wants to come and talk
was
about
that
Reece
weird
James.
douche, you know, the one that starts with F, that fifth.
That's the one, bruv. That's what they're called. Yeah, something
That's
like
the
that,
one
along
that
them lines.
spoke about Enzo loan to Atletico Madrid.
It's probably then that's not what I'm
It's
thinking
one of
about.
the most unreliable
Because
sources
the
you
one-
can get. So I saw it. I was like, now I know why I didn't look at it. I was like, oh, okay, that's who it is. Never
The
mind.
one that I'm talking about is not Dan Lewis. Then I don't know. Is it Dan Lewis? There's one black guy. He's
Daniel
mature. He's
Lewis.
got gray hair. He's got gray hair. Black guy.
Wait there.
If you sit
Oh,
down, you
that
can tell he's a
is-
tall guy. I've seen him. I've met him once before, but we never talk. He's got gray hair,
Ooh, grey hair.
little
I'm
gray
trying to
hair
think
over
now.
here, bald head, and he's a big guy.
Where from me? Like what?
He writes for Chelsea. He writes on Chelsea, so wherever Chelsea goes, he's always there. I think at the Daily Mail or something.
I don't think who that is. I mean, I
He's
know a lot. I know a lot. I do know a lot of the Chelsea reporters that report on our club. But I'm trying to think of this guy you're talking about.
I like the guy. He's always on behalf of Chelsea talking nice about Chelsea. So I don't know. It's always on TalkSport on kickoff.
Oh, is he on Sky as well?
Probably I've seen him on TV before on Sky. Yeah,
Does he wear glasses? Right.
he wears glasses. A black dude,
And
big guy.
And has he got dreads as well?
No dreads. No, he's not a young guy. He's not young.
Oh,
He's mature.
You know. I
He's
was
about
thinking about.
50.
I was talking about this other guy. He's always on TalkSport talking with Jason Cundy.
Where they do
what's his
like
name?
almost like a watch along thing at 3 p.m.
That's the one. Yeah, there's Jason
And
Cundy.
he's now on that
there's
show with Jason, Olivia,
and the girl-
and whoever the
Olivia,
other one
that's
is.
the one, bruv.
Is it done? Do they have anything called?
Is it
Daniel Lawrence?
Is it Craigie or Craigie?
I
His
don't
name
know.
is?
No, it's not. It's not Kweki Asante. He's a Ghanaian. He's a
No.
Ghanaian British.
Right.
Yeah, Kweki is he's a Asante. He's a Ghanaian British.
Okay, I know him. I know he's a massive Chelsea fan.
Yeah, he's a massive Chelsea fan, and then always come and also give updates on the Black Stars and then all that kind of stuff. This other guy, that one, looking so some Daily Mail. I can't remember the name, but yeah, it's more respected. He speaks very well. It's always on kickoff on TalkSport.
Okay,
I've got
to find out who that is.
Yeah.
I do know them. You're gone, bro.
But
Yeah,
anyway,
this same article that you guys spoke about on Enzo, are these not the same people that also reported Nkuku to Manchester United as well?
Might be that feature or whatever it is.
Yeah. I know that one. Yeah, they report the same thing about Nkuku as well being.
I used to think it was one person, but it's a whole like company or something, isn't it?
Yeah, it seems to be. Yeah, they are. I mean,
A bunch of donkeys, bro.
Yeah,
donkeys.
I always say, bro, until something comes out of your club that says it, actually someone coming out of the football club and saying, yes.
No, there's certain people
There's
certain people that I believe, but I know roughly who to believe and who not to believe.
Yeah, same here, bro. I'm even on that argument. Yeah, there are some that you do believe in, and some that that have got stories to have actually.
I don't really like Nazar Kinsella anymore. He chats a lot of crap now.
Oh, yeah, well.
Steven, let me tell you this. You have to remember one thing. These small media guys, they're working for their pocket. So whatever they can twist around to make you click it, one out there. Ben Jacob is one of them. Isaac Cancela is one of them. Isaac Cancela, I don't know if it looks like it's moved away. Matt Law also. Isaac Cancela has moved away from the other news media that he used to work with. It's now with BBC. He used to work with Standard Sports. Cancela used to work with Standard Sports.
Yeah, he's now with BBC Sport.
Yeah, that was when he had so much connection with Chelsea. But now, since he moved to BBC, the connection has cut off. He doesn't have it anymore. As usual, he can go to press conference just like me and you can go to press conference if we have accreditation proven.
Yeah.
But besides that, he doesn't have inside source like he used to have before.
And who's the other one that talks nonsense of late? I mean, he was the one that everyone used to. Oh, it was not. You had Nizar Kinsella.
Jacob Schatberg.
That's the one, bro.
I've always hated him.
Sorry to say this, but Scheitberg, yeah, Scheitberg, that guy.
Matthew Harden, didn't I?
Yeah.
He said something about basically hoping Lampard got a nasty career-ending injury, and poor old Matthew Harden should have took a train.
I think just honestly,
he's always hated us though.
Don't get me started on that guy, brother. I say
you know what I call him. You're in the group.
Yeah. I know, brother. And I tell you, if I say anything, Paul Nee's channel will get cut off. So I'll keep that kind of those slurs to myself.
No, that's why I'm not saying it.
I can think of other reporters as well, bro. That got a lot of slurs for me. You know what I mean? I've got a load of them. And even if you, one of them, I've actually met in real life, and you can tell when you actually talk to him, actually speak to him, you can tell he's one of them kind of guys as well. That can, he's got a way about it.
For?
I've one guess, bro. Yeah, basically, right? Yeah, he's one of those kind of guys, that you can tell why the Chelsea fans don't like him. Let's put it that way. And no. One I actually met surprisingly was actually Matt Law. That was actually something I saw him at. And you know how he used to slur a lot of Chelsea back in the day because he's a massive Aston Villa fan, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a Villa fan,
right? Yeah, and he used to put Chelsea consistently. I met him. I thought we met him somewhere, and he was just talking then on something. And I'm thinking to myself, I can see why the fans can't stand you, bro. I didn't want to obviously tell that to his face, but you know what I mean. The guy was just talking even then.
All right, DJ. I think I'm gonna have an image of that guy and see if you guys can help me out.
Yeah.
Okay. I probably won't be able to. I don't normally pay attention to the faces of the journalists. I just pay attention to the names and if I can slander them.
Yeah, this guy, he's very popular. You guys know him. You guys definitely know him.
Let's have a look.
I went to the image. It's Darren Lewis.
It is Darren Lewis. That's the one I was thinking about. That's what I was thinking about.
It's going to be Darren Lewis because it says kick-off crew. Talk Sports include Danny Kelly, Darren Lewis, and Danny Murphy. And Darren Lewis is the black guy.
Tallish guy, baldy, yeah.
Baldy.
Yeah. It was glasses.
He used to be a pretty good guy. I don't know, but when he did that Reece James thing the other time, I thought, what are you saying here? I've got time for that guy before. But then when he started slandering about the whole thing about Reece James, I'm like,
Guys, I'm sending a YouTube clip from TNT Sport to watch after this stream. It's just come out, I think.
All right. But to go check that.
Oh, I sent it to me personally as well.
Need put something in there. Okay. Guys, so we're still on it discussing matters and sports issues and looking at the build up between Chelsea and Leicester City. Early kickoff. But guys, we still got a few to cover over here. We still have some few things to cover over here. Hilario, Chelsea coach Hilario set for role at the English national team. What do you guys make of that? So what is there a vacant or is there space open for a new
Chelsea aren't replacing him.
They got enough in there already?
Chelsea have a goalkeeper coach already, plus one of Maresca's staff is a goalkeeper coach. I think it's the Vills or something like that. And then on top of that, obviously, you've got Willy Caballero if needed as well.
Is it Viville?
Sorry,
No, it's not.
No, Viville. It can't be Viville. Viville is a scouting.
No, not Viville. Deville.
Oh, okay.
Deville. And the other one is Ben Roberts. Ben Roberts
has been here. He's something else. He's not involved with the actual coaching.
And what about
Oh, is
Caballero?
he?
What does he do?
I thought he was
Caballero, what does he
considered-
do?
Caballero's the assistant manager.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but what
assistant
else does he
manager
do?
too.
This is the other guy. I got his name mixed up. So the other guy is Michel Bernardin.
Yeah,
He's supposed to be a set piece coach.
No, he's not. That's the other guy.
that's the other guy, the one we got from Brentford.
Yeah,
Bernardo Cueva.
Bernardo Cueva. Okay.
The Bernardine is the goalkeeper coach from Maresca's staff. Then there's obviously Caballero, who's the assistant manager. And then I think we've got like a guy who's sort of between the academy and the first team as well.
Yeah, it's one of
There's
those
about
things.
3 people.
It's one of those things, isn't it? I mean, all our old managers seem to want to come back and get our old players that are with us. I mean, you saw Lampard do that.
Yeah.
You've now seen Thomas Tuchel is doing it now, bringing old stuff from bringing old guys to come on. He's worked with
To be
before.
fair,
Tuchel about doing
Tuchel's
it.
only taken 2 guys. He's taken
Yeah.
one of the data guys who actually I don't think was here under him. I think he's newly in. And then obviously Hilario. Hilario's been here for quite a while now.
Yes, he has.
But he's only taken 2 people, and one of them weren't even here when he was here. So
He took what's his name, the assistant coach, to Bayern Munich, and then he's taking Hilario to the English national team.
yeah, the assistant coach is also going with him.
What's his name? I forgot his name.
Anthony Barry.
Anthony
but he
Barry,
came under
yeah.
Lampard as well. He joined under
Okay.
Lampard, then Tuchel took over and kept him, and then Tuchel took him to Bayern.
Yeah.
And now they're both at England.
You think he's gonna do a good job for England, as you guys are English?
Who? Tuchel?
Yeah, I mean no, Hilario and Tuchel.
Tuchel will do a good job, man. If that fraud can do a job of just individual brilliance, imagine the team with actual decent tactical brain setting them up with actual tactics. Like, you look at some of the players that are in that team, he's worked with them before as well. So that also helps.
Yeah.
Because he can adjust things around them. For example, at Chelsea, he didn't really have a clinical striker. And he went to Bayern, he's got Harry Kane. He's with England, he's got Harry Kane. He knows how to use Harry Kane. Harry Kane had his best ever career scoring season in senior football under Thomas Tuchel.
I have people saying that there's no way that Tuchel is going to start his 11 without Harry Kane, because this guy got 20 goals in like 21 matches for Bayern Munich under Thomas Tuchel. So there's no way, because
He got his highest ever. I can't remember what the exact number was, but he got his highest ever return for goals.
20 out of 21, if I can remember.
No, it would have been more than that. You're talking about maybe at the beginning of the season or something he hit.
Yeah, the goals that he started. He's had 20, if I can remember, 20 out of
but I'm talking his final number for the season was his highest ever.
Was it 40?
I'm checking now. Career.
All right.
Season. He got 44 goals last season.
That's what I was saying. I remember it was a 40. Number
was 21 and 20 or something.
Beginning. I remember when you said the whole entire season.
In 32 Bundesliga games and then 8 goals in 12 Champions League games.
That's incredible. Big up, greetings to you, my big brother. Chelsea Perspective, Coachella in the building. He says, "Leave Thomas Tuchel alone." Tuchel, the girls. Some says Tuchel. I always go to Tuchel.
No one's moaning about Tuchel. We're just saying Hilario's gonna. How do you think he'll do? I think England will win something.
He says Tuchel will win England's trophy. I still believe he will. He will be able to mobilize and use his players very well.
Individual brilliance under Fraudgate, then Tuchel's bringing a trophy home to England.
Fraudgate. I love that one.
And that's my generous one. I've got a whole lot more.
I bet you do, bro.
Oh, DJ, man. I couldn't. It got to a point where I literally, whenever we were playing like Nations League and stuff, I'd be like, it's almost at a point where it's like a coin toss on if I watch or not when he was manager.
Yeah.
And then he got us relegated to Group B. Well done, mate. Congratulations. I still can't believe that happened. One of the biggest nations in world football. And he managed to pull that off. If anything, it's
Can you
actually
imagine?
quite funny.
Can you imagine if he can you imagine if he actually ended up at Manchester United as well?
That
Oh my days!
I mean,
Come
you
on.
never know in the future.
Oh, Tuchel.
No,
You're
No,
talking about Thomas.
fraud
no
game.
fraudgate.
Oh yeah.
If he
Look,
ends up there one day, I'm laughing.
guys, look, I know you guys are Chelsea fans. I want to hear from your heart, not just what you see. Don't be biased.
What's
Do you?
that?
How long do you see
Go on.
Amorim at Manchester United? How long do you see him over there? Because this is not a Portuguese
know-
league.
It
It's not
depends if they
Portuguese.
back him.
Yeah. And
That squad needs an overhaul, and it especially needs an overhaul, in my opinion, to fit how he likes to play.
Yeah.
They
And
need
what I will also
at least
Go on.
one, if not two, left backs for sure.
yeah.
Ironically, one that wasn't a pun. That was just a fact.
Injury.
That's probably. I think Nee missed that one.
More cost.
Nee, you missed that one.
I miss what?
I said I think United need a squad overhaul and they need to back Amorim, especially at left back. They need one or two left backs, depending, and that's for sure. And it wasn't. I said that's not a pun.
Do you know the window is right there? Go get what's his name?
They don't have a big budget
Ventura.
for January. They don't because of
No,
financial fair play.
No, loan deal. Go get Chelsea. Give it to you. They'll give you Ben Chilwell. Use him. He's better than what you have
They've
there.
already got
Luke
Luke Shaw and Malassia. I don't think they want Ben Chilwell because all three are injuries.
All right, DJ, go ahead. Coachella said Amaron's start will be good, but it will eventually fizzle out, according to Coachella. You know what I think? I'll let DJ go before I come in. DJ, you were trying to talk.
What's he saying about Amorim quickly?
He's
Because
not well, but it'll probably fizzle out.
Is it because of the manager's not good enough, or is it because Man United he'll just lose it with all?
They probably won't back him, bro. Let's be honest.
I'll be honest with you. Look, listen, Manchester United. I'm going to say this out right now. And this is not putting my Portuguese hat on, by the way. If anyone comes at me on this, right? But what I'll say to you guys right now, Amorim is one of the best upcoming young coaches out there, and Manchester United are very lucky to have him. I'm not going to lie to you. He will turn that team around, I for sure. Okay, and like you said, Dan, we said it already on here. He needs to be backed, and he obviously. I mean, look, he can obviously bring. Over the years, let's be real here. He's over the years at Sporting Lisbon. Yeah, they've brought the players in. They've also used a lot of their youth players that have come through the ranks as well in Portugal. That's what happens. And as you all guys know, unfortunately, in the Portuguese league, we do sell our big players. So our big players do go off for big money.
You don't have
so that's
the
what
money
happens.
in the league.
Yeah, basically, spot on. So what I will say to you guys in terms of Amorim, though, he is one of those upcoming coaches that will do well at Manchester United if he is backed and supported. And look, if he gets the players that he wants, I think he could turn that United team around. Because this is at the end of the day, much as I have my laughs and I have my jokes about Man United, they are still one of the biggest clubs in the world. All right, that club shouldn't be where it is at this moment in time. Just like Chelsea shouldn't have been
on paper, not on the field.
Just like Chelsea,
paper.
just like we shouldn't have been too. Just like we shouldn't have been, bro. But we all know what happened with us. Changes are happening with the ownership. Players have got sold on. He broke up an old team, brought in a new lot of team, not new players. We've had a load of manager changes as well at the club as well. All right. But what I will say is, I knew you'd throw that one about AVB. Trust Kachila to say that one. But just going back to Amorim first, Kachila, before I come on to AVB, right? Yeah, Amorim is got to be, as I said, he's one of the best upcoming young coaches out there. And I think if he's supported, he will do well at United. If not, he'll walk away and he'll get another job elsewhere, and it'll be with a top club as well. So, I don't think he'll have less suitors out there. Again, like you said, United have just got to back him and support him. And going on to AVB, look, listen, I'll say one thing about AVB. When he obviously took over the Porto job from the master himself in Jose, right? He done more or less the same things. I should have known him come out with a comment like that, Kachila. Anyway, but what I'll say is, yeah, he was a good upcoming coach, yes. But for whatever reason or another, he came to Chelsea And he tried to do things that he should not have gone and done. And when you go and take on in that change room, you've got the likes of Didier Drogba, John Terry, Frank Lampard, and you're trying to kick one of them out of your football club straight away when you're coming here. That's not the way you start
It
a
was
job at a
JT,
big club.
wasn't it?
Yeah, JT, he wanted to get rid of Frank. It was a few of them he wanted to get rid of. All the ones that were the experienced heads there. Because as you
Because he
know,
knew that if he got rid of them, the younger
Yeah.
players that were there that didn't have the authority
Correct.
before wouldn't argue with him.
correct, bro.
He tried
Exactly.
to put
Exactly,
half
bro.
of, he tried to put half of the leadership group in first class on the way to tour, and the rest of them in like normal standard class, and then on the way back flip it. It's like,
Yeah.
bro, even
Yeah.
the academy players went, JT is fine, we'll go back there. But because
Yeah,
of John Terry's like, he's making a point, I'm going to make a point that it has to come from him. You want to make a point, you have to take it back. It's not on the kids.
Yeah, exactly, bro. And that's what he tried to do. And what happened? He ended up. We all know what happened to him. He ended up getting egg on his face.
Do
He
you know
got
what I
kicked out of
look
the
at him
football
as,
club.
right?
So, yeah,
I think Bielsa's a decent manager, yeah? Don't want him at Chelsea, but I think Bielsa's a decent manager. He is Bielsa without the bucket, because he always used to do that little crouch, didn't he? Basically,
who's at
proper,
ABB?
like, yeah, he used to always
Yeah.
crouch down so that he's like not on his knee, but like his knees are completely bent. He didn't have the bucket. Then Bielsa does the same thing, but with a bucket. Just Bielsa's a better manager than AVB.
And also, don't forget, he was part of Jose's coaching squad when he came to Chelsea. You know what I mean?
I
He was
don't
part of
even
that,
remember
wasn't he? ABB, he was. And
I'm not
obviously
saying he wasn't. I just don't remember it.
But yeah, so look, it didn't work out for him. We all know. I mean, that chapter's now closed, well and truly closed.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, and he
I mean,
didn't work
then
out for
you
him at
had
Chelsea.
Benitez try and do the same thing, bro. Literally
Yeah.
the following year, he tried to get JT out.
Yeah, and what I'll say about Amarin, he won't go to that. He won't go to United and go, I want Casemiro out, or I want this guy out. I want this guy. I had to use Casemiro, yeah, because he was the first one that came to my came and being one of the older players there. Yeah, he won't come out and do that. What he'll do is he'll try and work with these players, and if it doesn't work, then by all means they'll sell them on and get the players they want. Because I've got a feeling he's going to be raiding. At some point, he will raid Sporting his old club for some of their players.
Which one do you support?
Me, I'm a massive Porto fan. And the only reason why
but I always get confused.
the only reason why I was a Porto fan, I'll tell you why it is. Yeah, I'll explain my whole Porto story. Is because when my dad was living in all those years ago, living in Portugal with my mum years ago, he used to support Porto. And obviously, when I was there, I kind of obviously followed my dad's thing. And the other thing is, my dad used to also own like a vineyard in Portugal. And one of the customers that come and bought wine from us was actually the Porto's owner of the football club. And that's why I used to go to a lot of Porto games, because he let us go to watch some games. And that's why I used to watch it. And obviously, when Jose was the manager off there, and obviously you all know what he did with that Porto team, he was absolutely brilliant. I mean, I've got no hate towards Sporting Lisbon, and I've got no hate towards Benfica. I'm one of those ones that likes all my Portuguese teams. That's the only reason why I chose Porto, obviously because they're blue like Chelsea are. Okay, and obviously the stadium there was excellent stadium as well. But hey, listen, that's the only reason for supporting them. But I've got no like loyalties towards them or loyalties. I support all the. I mean, I like Benfica, Sporting, and I like Sport. I just want to see them all do well.
Patriotism.
But obviously, Chelsea's my club, though. Chelsea's my club because I'm born and bred here.
DJ showing a lot of patriotism over here. I've heard you guys. I've heard it. But my observation on how I see Amarim's regime at Manchester United is going to take him a lot of time. And when I say a lot of time, look at the situation right now. The front four of Manchester United attack. Nothing can be done right now. No one. They're not going to take a gamble. They're not going to sell Rasmus Højlund. They're not going to do anything with Zeski. I don't think
they can't sell Xerxes or Højlund. That's the issue they have. If they didn't buy Xerxes in the summer, I would say almost 90% that they'd be in for Gyökeres. But because they got Xerxes, it's 99.99999% they will not be able to get him. Okay. Because they'll need to offload at least one of them, and they cannot do that with financial fair play.
That's what I was saying. With FFP, they cannot do much in the front, and the attack in the midfield also, they can't do much.
They can't do much anywhere.
They can't do much. And I'll say, the only way Amaron can get players, he need 4 transfer window And when I say fall transfer window, it doesn't include the January transfer window, because January transfer window, no manager usually have their preferred player that
So
they
are you
want in the
saying
football club.
4 in terms of 4 consecutive summer windows? Is that what you're saying? Or are you
Yeah,
saying
4 years.
Or are you
4
saying
years.
summer coming up, then the January, then the summer, then the January, and then that's the end of the
No January, only summer transfer window.
So you're
So
saying
that'll be
it's gonna
4
take 4
years.
Do you
Yeah.
know what it is as well, though?
4 years.
Chelsea are a lot. I'll put it this way, and I'll explain it for people who don't get what I mean.
Big up
by
to
it, because
Coachella.
It's not a term that normally gets used,
Yeah.
right? Chelsea are in a luxury position when it came to needing the overhaul that we had, because Chelsea had a lot of sellable assets that had value that you could get big returns on. Yeah.
Yeah.
And somehow we absolutely masterminded the robberies of Man United for Mount and Arsenal for Havertz. Don't know how we got the money we did for either of them. Happy days. I mean, especially Mount, he was injured for basically the whole season. And then we still got like 65 mil for him, 55 mil for him. So how we done that, I don't know. But for the most part, Chelsea had players you could sell because they'd been there for a while. You could sell them for profit, which helps you with financial fair play. Man United don't really have that. Like obviously, Euro stay, De Ligt to stay, Kobe Mainu stay, Hoyland and Xerxes have to stay at least a couple more seasons. Casemiro's maybe there 1 more year potentially. Who knows?
I can't wait for British people to pronounce this boy's name right.
Who?
Oh my days. Kobe. His last name. Just call him Kobe. They need to stop pronouncing the last name. I'm not
But my
saying
point is,
because you're listening to what they're saying and you're just saying the same thing.
it is what it is. What was I saying? You throw me off. Yeah. So outside of like Kobe and maybe like Ahmed Diallo and a couple of other players who they've got for cheap or came through their academy, they don't really have any sellable assets that can get them big money for financial fair play. And that's where they're going to struggle. Whereas Chelsea, even if we didn't have players who necessarily could go for big money, we always had the academy, and the academy always got us good money. Always. You look at some of the deals we've done with the academy for players that have barely played or they played like 1 season for us and stuff like that. Some of the deals we've pulled off there, like ridiculous. Like you had Abraham, who was around for a couple years. You had obviously Mount, who had been injured for like a whole year, went for like 55, 65 mil. And then you look at some of the others. You had Solanke went for about, I think it was 5 mil to Liverpool, and then Liverpool sold him on. Livramento, I can't remember, I think was about 10 million. And then we had that big sell-on clause on top of that. Lewis Hall was about 30 million. Ian Martson barely played for us. That was another, 35 million? Something like that. So you look at it like that. Like even if you just say Hall, Martson, and
I need help here.
A couple of them, like they barely played for Chelsea, and yet you're getting these big returns on them.
Guys, can you help me real quick? I can't understand what DJ is saying over here.
DJ?
I mean, JC, sorry. JC is saying. JC said something here.
Nee, what did you say to Guts?
Yeah. I don't know.
What
I
did
was
you say?
thinking maybe I'm not getting it right. So I don't want to butcher anything. Like
By the
Coachella
way,
is telling me
Perspective said you're into name butchering too.
butchering too. I mean, I wouldn't say no because I'll butcher some names over here.
Yeah, don't worry. We all do it, mate, including Coachella himself.
Everyone does that. Everyone does it.
I do. I try to pronounce the name. I was like, I hope I don't get it wrong. I try because you see some new faces on the channel. Like I want to say this name, but when I can't say it, I'll push it to Steven. And then Steven said, "No, why he's doing this thing. No, why he's doing this thing." Oh, come on, JC. What's JC talking about? It says.
Okay. So I've just looked it up. Whoever that is, he withdrew his consideration to be the U.S. Attorney General.
JC, man, I don't care about these people.
Is he talking about? Is he talking
politics?
Is
He was
talking about-
Trump's nominee for the Attorney General, and he withdrew his nomination.
Yeah,
Who's that, bro?
The guy that he's on about, Matt, whatever his name is.
yeah. I heard it, and I don't pay so much attention to politics, JC, because none of these people they don't pay your bills, bro. JC, they don't pay my bills. At the end of the day, I'm still gonna sweat my butt. So whoever they put in charge to run this country, I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn.
I find it so funny when he goes slightly high pitch.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? It's true. God damn.
Yeah, JC, I don't give a damn, bro. Since they are paying Pochettino bills, you know, F Pochettino, man. Pochettino is just a useless manager. Run away from the. Yeah, yeah, he's taking the pay cut, but he's shit. He'll be fired in next competition. You trust me? Any competition that comes because U.S. national team cannot beat Mexico.
Who was their last manager? They sacked him for like 3 months and then they rehired him, didn't they?
Yeah, that bald-haired tall guy.
His name.
Pochettino will be sacked in the next competition.
Yeah,
So
and then they'll rehire him for the.
They'll
next
rehire another one.
Wait a minute, didn't that manager you're talking about? Did he also not get when he got sacked by the US? But then didn't he, or did he leave the US job and he went to a Premiership football club? Didn't he? And managed with them for a little while, didn't he?
A Premiership.
No,
You're talking about what's his name? The guy that took over Leeds United.
Yeah, what's his name?
What's his name again?
Wasn't he
No,
US?
I'm on
Wasn't
about
he...
Greg Bellharter or whatever his name is. That's what I'm
okay.
about.
Oh,
They
sorry,
literally
bro, I thought
sacked
you were talking about the US
him,
coach,
and then he
sorry.
was back a few months later.
Yeah, Pochettino is making money. I think he's making 4 million. 4 million. Who's that?
No idea.
Smash the like button.
Prep. Is it from DJ? I think it was from DJ. Yeah.
What was that? Sorry, bro. What was that?
Someone say, eh.
Oh, not me.
Oh, then Steven. Steven is dreaming.
No. You know the
Yeah, Jesse Marsh. Steven said Jess. Yeah, yeah, I mean, just a perspective. Coachella says Jess. I'm not sure about the spelling. It's all right. It's Jesse Marsh. All I did was the first one.
You know Bellharter, right? They had him for 4 years between 2018 to 2022, yeah? Then by the end of 2023, he was back as their manager.
All right, JC said it over.
2018 to 22 and then 2023 to 24.
Jesse said he'll send me a Pochettino video about his plan on US team. I challenge your panel to explain his plan. Send in DM in a DM. Send it to me, JC. Not sure where exactly. Is it going to be X or Discord? So I can be looking at doing it.
His plan's going to be the same as when he's at Chelsea, Roadrunners.
Yeah, overplay the place until they get injured. Overplay the place until they get injured.
He had about 4 players leave the last camp in terms of like a month ago, or it was either the last camp in terms of not the one that's ending right now, but the one before that a month ago, or the one in September. He had about 4 players withdraw before the final game of that window.
All right, guys. So let's move on. Let's move on from there. After the last one, we can talk about random stuff. We can talk about random stuff. Netflix. 10,
15 minutes anyway.
Oh, you can hop off, Steven?
I've got in like 10, 15 minutes, yeah.
All right, so yeah, we can still cover it. We got a lot of time. Netflix hit with lawsuit. Yeah, apparently a subscriber have sued Netflix over the Paul and Tyson fight streaming glitches. So someone have sued Netflix a bunch of money. I think you're talking about 60 million or something. Lots of money over that, and we started this conversation. Big up to you, Makeem. Big up to you. Makeem said Reece James injured again. Bro, I see your question marks. 3 question marks. That should tell you you're very concerned. Yeah, your brother Reece James is on the floor. I can just see I've seen his stuff here. Let me get it and then share with the friends here. I think I can share it. I don't care. I'll take the blame for it when I'm gonna share it.
Oh no.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about these people anymore. It's a press conference stuff. I don't know what the policy. Would I get in trouble?
Yeah, probably.
It's coming from Talksport. So what I'll do is I'll play the video. Let me know if you guys can hear it. I'll play the video, but it's gonna come through as audio. Yeah. Akim said big up to me and then everyone in the chat. Yeah. I'll save my butt, my ass.
From the moment
Yeah,
Can you hear it?
we can get done for audio.
New York and the announcement of
Can you hear it?
showing the
Slightly. You need to turn it up slightly more though.
Are you sure? Wait a second.
Like it was only barely noticeable.
How about that?
Yeah.
Better. All right. So unfortunately, I mean, there was no demonstration. It's just in the press conference explaining how he's going to, move United, the national team to a different level. So let's listen to it. Yeah, I found it, JC. I found it. I'm playing it right now from your page. Let's go.
the national team, USA soccer men team, and I think we start to work in many things. Of course, by Zoom, by contact by phone, and of course watching games. We didn't have the opportunity to join all the players. That was the decision not to join or not to go to see any player because we didn't want to make or to create nothing wrong in between them. I think now the opportunity is going to be to meet them and talk in an individual way and then in a collective way, because all was rushed, because we were also, I need to tell you that yesterday we received the visa and we can fly Saturday because that was also a nightmare, but then we got the visa and now we can go, and also we were busy in all the paperwork, but now it's done. But yes, in the way that to create this good relationship, I think we were working in, because it's so important, is with all the stuff that is in USA, to put all in, settle all the principles, and to be ready when the player arrive this week, and for us also. And yes, we were working in many things, and of course preparing the roster. And I think we really trust in all the
Okay, hold on, Pochettino. I haven't gathered anything from him speaking for the past 1 minute 46
I think he's saying like, because they didn't have the visa, they couldn't travel around, but they also didn't want to cause issues with players by only going to watch certain specific players, I think is what he's saying. And they've done work over Zoom with players as well as over the phone with them on basically what their plans are tactically and stuff. That's what I think he's saying, but it is very difficult to fully understand because the guy always struggles with like his English language and stuff. So it makes it even harder.
But if you listen to what JC said, he was trying to explain. Since I was seeing a video about Mauricio Pochettino's plan on US team. I challenge you panels, if you can explain what exactly this dude is trying to say, in my opinion. Coachella says, Steve, nobody asks you to interpret anything.
I mean, he said to explain it, so I'm explaining what it sounds like he's saying. So technically, I am doing what JC said. Technically.
Well, let's continue. See, I haven't gotten anything. So because it looks like he's using wrong vocabularies and literary devices at the wrong time. That's what I don't know what this guy is saying.
Now, listen, you know how this is all going to pan out, don't you, bro? Yeah. Basically, he's just going to do what he did at Chelsea. He's going to make the players run until they get a bad injury. And then what happens then is there'll be excuses from the players, or we can't play here because of our club won't let us to go and play. And he'll be just let down like that. That's what he's going to do to your team, bro. That's what he's going to basically do, bro. He's going to completely wreck that USA team right here. And poor Emma Hayes, who's actually
just got to go back to being injured all the time.
Yeah, and poor Emma Hayes, who's doing such a great job for the ladies. She's going to look at that and think, "Oh, well, I'm a former Chelsea manager. Yet this former manager is ruining the men's England, the men USA team, right?" That's what's basically going to happen.
Who have watched the Chelsea women know they're successful.
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
When you get to that, I'll continue. I want to see if I can make some sense out of what Mauricio Pochettino is saying. I don't know if I can make some sense. JC said it's 12 minutes long, so it means that it goes on and on and on and on, and it's waffling and waffling. And let me see. I'm trying to get this.
12 minutes, bro. 12 minutes for a post press conference. My
day. I don't know. I was
better than a 30-second conference, although for Pochettino it probably would have been better if it was only 30 seconds long.
I tell you what, the one thing you guys got. I tell you one thing. We talk about long press conferences. How about the most shortest press conference? Have you guys ever seen the most shortest press conference?
That's what I was just saying. The one that happened like 30 seconds long. I said for Denmark.
Denmark. Yeah. No questions. Okay, no questions.
This is what we got to do. Any questions? No questions.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No questions. Thank you.
In
a second. JC, I'm going to continue.
Had the best day of his life that day. He's like,
I bet you did, bro. I bet you. Yeah, all right. Yeah. God, sorry, Lee. God, bro.
No, you're right. Let's continue. Listen to what the Argentine is saying on our computer here. Come on. My bad. Yeah, I got it. Mauricio Pochettino, continue speaking, please, when you're ready. No capacity time, please. No more capacity. Let's go.
The opinion and all the information that we receive from the national team, that is why you are going to see a very similar, roster from last camp for different reasons, but also for reason that some players that are injured, re-injured, circumstance that maybe we cannot, call another player. But I think this one, every single player that is going to be on the squad deserves the opportunity to be with us. I think I am excited to see all, in place and face all, because I think all have different characteristics, and for sure it's really important to know their personality. Of course, if you ask me about Pulisic or Anthony Robinson or Stephen, I think player that or Tim Green that we already know, or we met in the pitch sometime when we were, player again. And I think player that or McKennie that but I think it's really exciting.
Oh, what the heck did I do?
I'm told by coincidence. I say, look, I'm not going to be. You are going to be an exception because I didn't spoke with no one. I didn't call, but you are going to be the first. I think you have the privilege to be the first to talk with me. Now, I didn't want to because we didn't have time. Being honest, I didn't have time. I don't want to call only for the reason to say, oh, I call some guy or another. I think all deserve the same way for us to operate. Of course, from now, after the Austin camp, we are going to be more in contact, and we plan to visit them, not only the player that are going to be in the roster for this camp, if not for the player that we want to see on place, and maybe we are thinking in the possibility for the future, not only the players that are in Europe, also players that are playing in different countries, like in the MLS, of course.
MLS?
Player with potential, we are going to try to create these links and relationship for them to, to feel that we are going to care, and to look after them and going to follow them and to try to push and to to motivate that there is the possibility, is going to be the opportunity if they perform well. We were thinking a little bit in some player. I'm not going to give the names because if not, it's not going to be fair. But I think yes, we start to follow some very good players that I think have the potential and maybe are not now in the roster, but for sure they are going to be in the roster in the future. Yes, the most important is to find the right balance. Of course, that we have players that can score, like you say. I agree with you. I am excited to try to see them in action and how we can find the best balance and the best way to play. We are going to, from the beginning, I think, is not to create too much, chaos. I think we are going to try to plan to play using two systems.
Too much chaos.
1-4-2.
He means say chaos, bro. Chaos.
2-3-1 and 1-4-3-3, and from there to develop, our way to play, and see how we can adapt and how we can create the partnership in between them, to find the best way to create a very good way to play, very exciting going forward, being protagonists. That is in the way that we want to perform. It's in the way that we want to play.
He's a protagonist.
I think soccer need to be an exciting game for the USA citizen.
It needs to be an exciting game, so what I do is make my player run.
To the stadium.
Hold on.
I think we have amazing player, but
okay, let's react a little bit before I continue.
I've only just come back in the room, and all I heard was it needs to be exciting. It needs to be exciting, so all I do make my player run.
And then protagonist, he's protagonist. And then he's protagonist.
And then when they run, they get injured.
And dude is
He accept the blame, man.
Yeah, he uses his usual words, circumstances, opportunities, capability, characteristics, and then what's his name? What's this one? US. It says he's going to play 1-4-2-3.
Do you know what, Nee? I tell you what, one player I'm really going to be concerned about in this team has got to be Christian Pulisic, mate. This guy's come on leaps and bounds. He's gone to AC Milan. Yeah,
he's
like
actually
Steven said.
moving past his injuries, and now Poch's come in as national manager.
Oh God! Oh my days, poor guy. Back on the treatment table, man. Oh, good.
He's been bagging the goals. He's really on top of the game right now.
It, he has been.
Jesse said US team is finished. If this is the way he will have a pre-game instruction. Not even the pre-game instruction, bro. The US press are gonna get confused on how to try to report or interpret this guy's press conference.
Do you know what?
You need a machine. Because
do you know how I look at it, Nee?
Go for it.
As annoying and shite as he was for Chelsea, there is a little bit of entertainment value with some of the stuff he comes out with, because he comes out with the most random things that it does just become an entertainment value thing.
Yeah. It does.
Anytime I hear
random shit,
there's no single day.
I'll be honest with you guys. Yeah, I think where he's at. I'm not saying because he's. I'll say if it was any international job, he would take it. I say where he's at in terms of what he's doing as a manager. I think that suits him more than club football. And we all make. I don't really like to make a mockery of him, right? Sometimes what he did at Chelsea, but let's be real here. If he could do pretty well for you guys. He could do pretty well for you. You might surprise a lot of people, mate. You might surprise a lot of people. You got to look at it that way, Nee.
He'll surprise them by getting eliminated in an qualification.
You're honestly stupid.
He said it's entertaining as long as he is in the dugout. It's very entertaining if he's in the dugout.
What did you say in response to that, by the way? What did you say in response to what I said?
What did you say?
Me?
Yeah, because you said something after I said something. I didn't hear what you said.
Who, me? Yeah, I said what you said after that. Yeah, what you said about I said only you could come out with something like that. Yeah, I think you said something about the US take them, get them relegated from the whatever league it was or something. You said, didn't you?
No. I said he'll surprise them by not making it out of qualification stages.
Oh, sorry, bro. That's what I mean. Sorry, bro. That's what I meant to say. I've got my words crossed now because it's true. Yeah. I get.
He had Chelsea by relegation, for goodness sake.
Oh my days, bro. Oh God.
To be fair, so
Haven't
did
got-
Graham Potter. So
The two worst managers that we ever had at
And,
Chelsea.
and Lampard too.
Do you know what?
Lampard
I
too.
don't think Potter's a bad manager. I just
at
think the
least
circumstances were bad.
Lampard included. Lampard too.
But at
No, but
least he
Lampard
got.
came as an interim. When Lampard was here as a permanent manager, he actually done an alright job for the most part.
Yeah, but did he? But wait a minute, did Lampard get his fourth place in his first season in charge?
Mm-hmm. With a
He
Yeah.
didn't do a bad job.
That was when he was a manager. When he came as an interim, nothing. Every game was a lose.
yeah.
Every
No,
game
but
was a
he
lose.
did say, he said it himself. He said, when I came here, like, basically, I couldn't believe it because there was, like, no fitness or anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, let's continue. We got some few.
Go on then.
Finish it.
The most important, they need to believe, because of course we can have too many offensive players that they can.
Pochettino, you have to let the players believe. Psychologically, you have to make them believe. Like Tottenham Hotspurs, the club is right there, but players don't have that demeanor to win trophy. Your manager have to impose that demeanor in them to win trophy. Pochettino.
Performs, but then it's two phases on the game that you need to control. With the ball, that for me is the principal objective, because I am a coach and we are coaching staff that we love to dominate the games, and of course to have the possession and to have the ball, because I think is the best way. First of all, to defend, and second, because if we want to win in the way that we want to win, is to play closer to the opposite goal. But then it's the phase when you lose the ball that we are going to be very, very, very demanding. When we lose the ball, we need to be desperate to recover as soon as possible. But we need to work like a team. In this moment, we need to show that we are a real team. All the team that wins and won titles, or you can.
Hold on. He said when they lose the ball, then they have to be desperate to win it back. Right? They have to be desperate to win it back.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what the whole running joke is. The running faster, faster. Chase him down faster, faster.
I don't know who is giving him those words to use them. I don't know.
His own brain cells. Because this is what, bro, he's literally describing what he done at Chelsea. We have to do this. We have to do this.
That's why it's going to be long for Christian Pulisic in that team, bruv.
Pulisic running and pulling a hamstring every international.
You remember we were talking about the other player that plays for Juve? His name is Weston McKennie. Remember him?
Yeah, he's a very good player. I remember him. He's a good player.
Yeah.
He was in the Premier League on loan, like.
Yeah.
Everton, wasn't it? Was it Everton?
Yeah.
Or Leeds?
He couldn't play.
Leeds? Or was it Leeds?
Hasn't he just moved to the Prem, actually? That might have been two other Juve players. You know, in the swap deal with Douglas Luiz.
Yeah.
Was he one of them? No.
No, Weston McKennie was not in the Premier League. There was other player that was in the Premier League.
This summer. Was he one of the two that moved?
No.
Who was it? There was two players that joined from Juve. I can't remember. I could have sworn he was one of them.
No, Weston McKennie was not one of them.
Who were the two? I know.
One was.
One was.
I can tell you the truth. McKennie plays for the Italian league. He's not in the Premier League, so he can't.
He's Juventus, right?
Yeah, he plays for Juve. Right? He's a winger. Yeah, he's a winger at Juve. I think he plays on the right side.
Did he not have a loan move to Leicester? Or was it Leeds or Everton? I can't remember.
It was a Villa.
One of them. He was in the Premier League 2 seasons ago.
He was on loan, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was on loan, and he couldn't fit either Everton or Leeds United. One of them.
I think it was Leeds. Well, I've got this thing with Everton in my head. Everton. I think it might have been Leeds. Maybe I think it was under. Is it under their old manager, right?
Bielsa.
Yeah.
Tyler Adams. Yeah, it was Tyler Adams. Tyler Adams without puffy hair. He was linked with Chelsea last summer. Remember?
Yeah.
Tyler Adams. Yeah, it was Tyler Adams. It wasn't Weston McKennie. Thank you very much, Makim. Makim is listening. That shows me that Makim's right there.
Yeah, it was Tyler Adams because Chelsea were going to sign him, and then he was injured, so he went to Leeds.
Yeah.
And Pulisic will break down in trainings.
South America.
I shouldn't laugh
Let's-
about him getting injured. I feel bad
of
for that.
course, when
But
they
it's
have
just
to
the fact
play
that
really well.
Poch will like have a bad injury record even with a national team because it's just Poch.
As I said, poor Pulisic, mate.
But when they don't have
R.I.P.
the ball,
to
they
Pulisic's
work like
career.
a team. They are really, really, really rough and the principles. And I think we need to enjoy when we don't have the ball and try to recover and be really strong and very strong defensively. We need to be very competitive. It's not only to play football, nice football. It's to be very competitive. That for me is the objective. And some pundits, they were talking because I follow, of course, the media now more in USA, more than you believe. And many of the professional pundits that they were talking, and I am agree that we need to create a very good way, exciting play to way. But when we don't have the ball, we need to defend, and we need to be strong, and we need to enjoy defending because we need to be a team that not concede.
Jesus Christ.
Do you know what I got from that? Was
from
we
the
need
most
to be strong. We need to be strong. We need to like defending. We need to be strong.
I think yes, it was in Chicago and was so hot. I remember the temperature was so hot. I remember this game, really, really tough game. And yes, but I was very disappointed after the performance for us. But I think yes, my experience like a player for sure. I have very good memories, and it's going to be good next week to be in Austin. Yes, I exactly remember every single thing to the thing that I like, things that didn't like. I think that it's not easy to be a coach, but more difficult is to be a coach in a national team because players arrive from their clubs tired, traveling, with all the pressure that they suffer, in their clubs. And then it's important to find a good balance in between for them to have the possibility to. They need to be happy. They need to enjoy in the way that they will be in the camp. Being responsible, being professional also, that is the most important thing, but it's our responsibility to create a very nice environment. They need to feel that, arrive the camp, we are going to be all together in the national team, we are going to enjoy playing football. I need to play freedom, I need to enjoy playing, I need to, to help the national team to earn, all that we want. Is completely different, the management in between a club and in the national team, because our job is to analyze, to try to provide in an individual way the best tool for them. If players need to rest a little bit more, players need to work in a physical condition because they didn't play in the last months, players that play maybe too many games, maybe to reduce, to the physical, approach, and to work more in the emotional way or psychology way, or more about the tactical way. And
Did you say play players less because of physical demands?
Very exciting challenge for us.
What did you say, Stephen? He said work
Did
more
he
in an
say
emotional
play
way.
some players less because of physical demands? Why didn't you do that at Chelsea, you moron?
Yeah, and why would he say players need to work in an emotional way? Dude, I understand that's not your language.
I don't know. I cannot speak.
How do you encourage players to work in an emotional way? How? You're killing the player.
You must cry when you lose, brother. You must cry when you lose.
You have to work in an emotional way. Emotional way. Mauricio Pochettino, do you understand the word emotional? How do you work in an emotional way?
I think he means it in a different way. It's just his English isn't very good.
We understand, but who's forcing you to try and use big vocabularies and use big literary devices trying to qualify certain words that you're trying to use? Make it simple. Eat simple food. That was something argument that I had in the store the other day with one guy. I told him, look, eat simple and you live long and you be healthy. Eat simple. Don't trying to add so much crap to your food. Eat simple. English grammar, even those that created the language have a difficult speaking it. Those that created the language, English people have difficult speaking language. English is not an easy subject to. I mean, you can speak basic English. That is fine. But you're trying to be more like an English person that have gone to the university to learn all those big words. You're going to find yourself in big trouble. Go basic. Learn the fundamentals before you try to add so much stuff to it. Mauricio Pochettino, English language is not your language. You're here using words like protagonist in football, protagonist, and all these literary devices in football. Who taught you that? You're trying to be Jerry Jones now? Okay, let's go. We got some few more seconds.
We are thinking in all this. We need to create the necessity, and we need to, for the player, need to feel that they need to be exciting when it's going to be the next camp, because we want to make the national team and enjoy and be all together and enjoy playing football.
All right, create the necessity. Create the necessity. Thank you very much, guys. JC, thank you very much for the video that you sent to me. But I don't know what you guys make from this video. DJ, tell me in just 60 seconds. What did you pick up from all that he said? If you're
all I can say, bro, is what he's saying is obviously he wants to try and make the team a good team. He wants them to also he also wants them to learn how his way of playing is. But as we said it already, bro, we all know how Poch teams will work out, and it could be a good move for him, as I said to him. But I wouldn't say would I say be worried? I'll tell Alliance City and say not to be worried, but you never know. He might make something better for them. But the only thing I'll say is this thing about run. He has this thing about running with the players right here, which is fair enough. I know that's what they got to do in football, but it depends on how far he wants his team to go. It depends on how far, because we all know it, when you do that whole thing with Chelsea, we end up with injuries. So if he does that kind of thing with this team, that only comes to international breaks after as it's having grueling times in their leagues, and then coming to play in the US national team, they've got to learn a different way of playing football again. Do you know what I mean? Under his style of what he wants to do. So let's see, mate. Let's see what happens.
JC said that his thought is the US team is in big trouble. According to him, I mean, JC, at least he's got some fluent English in there. Most importantly, he can at least communicate with the players. Marcelo Bielsa doesn't speak nothing. He has an interpreter who pays pay money to interpreter to explain everything that he has to say. But trying to interpret, you're not showing emotions. There's no emotions when you're trying to interpret a word to somebody else. And the way he's going to say it, the interpreter is not going to say the same exact way. Steven, DJ, and I can be on the accident scene. My narrative to the accident will be different from Steven. Steven's narrative to the accident will be different from DJ. But we were all at the scene when we saw the same thing. It's the same as someone tells you this, and then there's going to be a second party or third party who's going to interpret whatever this person said to that person. It's always doesn't go the same. So, but good luck to America.
They're going to need it with him as manager.
He says, Jesse said, it's not so much about communication. I just thought he waffled at Watford and spoke nothing about football. I think he was telling the story.
And we're trying to be polite here.
I think he was telling the story, isn't it? He was telling the story from players coming from camp and all
My
that kind of
players
stuff.
must run and run
Yeah.
and run till they break down and get injured, like my time at Chelsea and my time at Tottenham.
Easy peasy.
Thank you for listening to my TED Talk. I am Maurizio Pochettino.
We're gonna try to wrap up from here. We're gonna try.
Yeah,
man.
I've literally got to hop off. I've overstayed how long I was supposed to. I'm
That's hilarious. Oh my days. Oh god.
All right. All right,
Yeah,
Stevie.
I'll hop off. I'll speak to you later.
Take care,
Big
bro.
up to you, Stephen, bro. Take care, bro. Take care.
So, DJ Nee, don't forget to check that video about Maresca I've sent in the thing after stream, yeah?
I will check it, bro. Thank you. I'll check it.
JC said I went from Zoom to Visa to emotions and to good to God knows
That's what I was
what.
saying as well at the start. This is the last thing. Like literally, what I was saying is like I think he was saying like he didn't have his visa and then he didn't want to go and just see specific players. But I'll
big up.
off before I get shouted at. So
Yeah, Steven, talk to you later. Big up to I123, love you forever. She said big up to Nizan and everyone joining on the show today. Greetings to you, my sister. I hope you're doing very well. I'm here with DJ Sub. DJ Sub, I'm not so sure if DJ you heard me saying that a subscriber has really sued Netflix on the Jake Paul and Tyson fight. I'm not sure if you watched. Did you watch it? Were you interested in that game? Did you find anything from that game?
Do you know what? Do you know why I didn't want to watch? Do you know why I didn't watch it, mate? Because I knew it would turn out how it was going to turn out, and that's not because I don't rate Mike Tyson as a boxer. That's because I rate him as a boxer, and they just made this guy look like an idiot for no reason. I mean, what they're doing to this guy, what is he doing to his status, man? Because he didn't need, and obviously he fought because the obviously same people he needed the money, but a lot of people are saying it was also fixed. Because let's be honest, the guy is how old he is compared to this guy, right? Yeah, how old is he compared to this guy? Of course, he's not going to obviously he lost the fight. Now this guy, now I'm hearing this Jake Paul dude now wants to take on what's the other guy's name? The one who used to do UFC fighting.
Who? UFC? McGregor.
McGregor. He now wants to take on McGregor now.
He's calling on many people.
Yeah.
This guy won paycheck. Dubois won the paycheck. He called on him.
Yeah, he wants to make his money, brother. And look, that's one of the reasons why I didn't want to see a legend like Mike Tyson's thing tarnished as it was. And it was a tarnished fight, let's be real here, because it was really a nothing fight. You know, the guy's you could tell Tyson's no longer the guy he once was because of the age. He's been retired for how many years? Obviously,
he hasn't fight for over 20 years.
Well, there you go, bro. That tells you everything you need to know about it. That's why I didn't want to sit and watch it. I mean, I saw the highlights. I think they showed some of it on I thought, you know what? I had a feeling it was gonna be something like that. And so more or less, you know, as much as Tyson, everyone can sort of say Tyson's done bad in his life or some things he's done in his life from his past situations. But the guy still, you can't take away from the fact though that he's one of the best boxers out there, and was one of the best boxers out there. And how they've just gone and tarnished it just like this with him. It's a joke. I just hope to God he didn't do that again. Honestly, for his sake. But it was just, for me, it was just a shambles, mate. Honestly.
You know what? I think it's ups and downs. When you talk about this Jake Paul and Tyson fight, it's ups and downs. And this is what I take from it. Jake Paul is really helping the sport of boxing.
Of course.
He's really helping the sport of boxing. Boxing has gone sleep for a while now. I know some of his fights, people say, they're rich, which it is true. Yeah. They're rich. In the case of the fight, there was a point where he got close to Tyson, he clinched Tyson, and he said something to Tyson, and Tyson put him in the back. Which, to me, I was really meaning into it, like Jake Paul said, "What's going on, brother? Just take it easy on me." And then he tapped in his back, and then he went back.
Oh my days, bro.
Tyson did not come to this fight. Tyson even tripped. He almost fell when he was on his way climbing up to the ring. He almost fell. But Tyson don't have the strength, and we all know he's not going to do it. I said he was going to cast out in the first 2 rounds.
100%, bro. And I'll be honest with you. Look at the box. I'll be honest with you, Nee. I don't know if you grew up the same era as I did, right? I grew up when I was watching boxing from back in the day. I grew up with the likes of whatever you want to call, whatever you want to say about them. But these are the guys I grew up with. I grew up with the likes of Mike Tyson, Frank Bruno, Frank Bruno, Tim Witherspoon, right? Yeah, James Buster Douglas, right? Evander Holyfield. You know, I've got with guys. I've got with
But
guys of that
DJ,
ilk.
you know, do you know that
Do you know what I mean?
Buster Douglas did not beat Tyson? You know that, right?
Yeah. I know that whole thing. Yeah, I know that whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't. I know that. But I'm just saying that's the kind of boxing I used to grow up with watching. You know, I used to like say, oh yeah, there's a big fight happening, right? Yeah, and when it was
Yeah.
allowed to be watched on TV, I remember watching the fight between Frank Bruno and Mike Tyson. Or was it Tim Witherspoon? Sorry. And how he done Bruno he done him over. I think I can't remember. Was it the 10th round? He got him roping on the ropes, and that was it at the end of round. But I go back to the fights of them days, and whatever people want to say about Frank Bruno back in the day, he wasn't the greatest, but he was still up there. He was still up there fighting the likes of these guys. That's what you call boxing nowadays. You look at the boxing nowadays when you're thinking to yourself, what the other guy kind of grew up was dropping down a few weights is Prince Nassim Hamed. Everyone knew how
crazy.
this guy used to be. Oh
What a
my
talented
days, what a
boxer.
boxer. Huh?
Power and speed.
What a talent! Oh, mate, what a boxer he was! I tell you that. You know, and these are the kind of people I'm saying I grew up with. Do you know what I mean? Barry McGuigan, you'll throw him in there as well. You know, all these kind of guys. Now you look at it nowadays, you're thinking, my God, what is going on? And in this fight, I get what you're saying about saving the boxing world. If the boxing world has gone down that bad, and they need two guys like this to come and make it go up, then we are really in trouble, mate.
And when
In
I
the
when
boxing
I
world, I'll tell you
say
that, bro.
when I say it's coming to improve the boxing or bringing it back again where it used to be, it's not about the popularity. It's about
Yeah,
there's so many out there, boxers out there who need the money. The pay ain't good,
yeah.
bro. The pay ain't good. It is the most difficult sport in the world. One of the most difficult. You can suffocate. You can die.
Oh,
I got
yeah,
inspired.
100%
I
you
got
can do.
inspired by Tyson when I started boxing. I've done professional
Yeah.
boxing. I've done amateur boxing many times. Amateur was a lot of amateur fight. A few professional because my dad doesn't want me to get into it. But I did it even at my age. 5 years ago, I was still in active boxing in this country. At my age, and I was doing
Yeah.
very, very well. But I was having nerves
Yeah.
problem when I threw punches, and after a few years' time, I said, "It's okay." It wasn't easy. When I get in there after 3 rounds, I'm out of breath. So the coach was like, "Don't worry, I'll work on it. I know you haven't done it for 10 years. You haven't boxed for 10 years. It will take you forever." And Tyson haven't done it for 20 years.
100%, bro. That's what I'm trying to say.
And you're fighting. Yeah. Go ahead.
That's
DJ.
why I'm saying. That's why I'm saying it was just a complete mockery of boxing in itself. That's the case because everyone knows what alleged status Tyson was when he had his time, bruv. Yeah, he was one of the best around. I mean, you know, I thought it was. I don't know if you remember. He's not just the first time I've seen Mike Tyson do things like this. I don't know if you ever remember watching the old WWF wrestling back in the days. I don't know if you ever remember. He had a spat with with Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah.
And all that kind of it just shows you how things are all going. That's what I'm trying to say. It just goes back, like, you know, of what they're doing, of how things are now. And look, if he needed the money, people are saying he needed the money, Mike Tyson, that's why he did it.
Yeah, he needed money.
Was it 60,000 or something like that he made on it, or something like that?
He made, I think, I don't know if it's 20 to 40 million within that range.
40 million, sorry. Yeah, well, that's what I mean. Within that range, sorry. But I was just saying, I was just on what do you call it? But within that. But come on, mate, what are we doing here? I mean, you know, it's just where things are now.
They didn't come to fight. Jake Paul was running away from Tyson.
That's the thing.
Yeah, it's weak.
That's what makes it even more stupid, mate. And then
Jake Paul was just standing there.
Yeah.
Jake Paul was throwing punches from a distance. Tyson was waiting for him. If he won't fight, Tyson will give him a fight. At his age,
100% he will.
58 years old.
He would have, yeah. If he really wanted to, you'd have bust him up. I guarantee you'd have bust him up proper.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame he went 8 rounds with a 58 years old man and you couldn't knock him down. It's a shame. Tyson would have finished in the round 3 rounds if he had got that close and want to fight Tyson. Tyson would have knocked him down.
Yeah.
Jake Paul, you're a shame. But I like you one way or the other. You're giving money to some boxers, but stop calling on retired boxers, retired athletes. Enough calling fighting retired NFL boxers. Fighting other YouTubers on my arena.
He was McGregor, mate. Was McGregor. I mean, that's another one.
That's disrespectful to I know boxing is entertainment, but fight real boxers. fight real boxers, so you know your fate. You said they said you can't do it. You went to Disney, you did it. They say you can't do it. YouTube, you went and you did it. Bro, this is boxing. Find your level. People die. You want to see? Go and watch Larry Holmes and Mike Tyson. Go and watch Larry Holmes and Mike Tyson. This guy at age 18 years, a few months, 5 months, he was the youngest heavyweight boxer ever, and he took it from Trevor Bebek. He went all the way from America to Jamaica, Kingston, Jamaica, to beat Trevor Bebek and took the WBC heavyweight title away from him. That's the guy you were fighting. No one has ever.
If you want to go further back than that, mate, George Foreman, Rocky Marciano.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you can just mention all these guys being mentioned there in boxers wise, man. You're looking at this. One of the greatest ever boxers. I keep saying about Mike Tyson, one of the great. I mean, listen, whatever you want to say about him is like he was one that where people can say whatever they want to say, but for me, he was one of the best boxers out there, Mike Tyson. Iron Mike Tyson. That's the real way he was. He used to be called a bulldog in the ring, mate, for a reason. Yeah, because the guy was just no one could drop the guy. He was just that good. You know what I mean?
I mean, before this match, McKim is in the building. Before this match, you know what? Tyson wasn't healthy. Tyson wasn't healthy. He has a weed plantation. He was doing drugs. Tyson was doing drugs. He wasn't a healthy guy. He wasn't training. He almost passed out. He almost died.
That's what makes it. That makes it even worse, doesn't it? When you hear things like that of a legend of him, of a statement like that, and you're hearing that. Like,
the state of Texas. I mean, the state of Texas Boxing Federation over there would have gone down in shame for allowing a fight of that magnitude. 58 years old to go and fight a 27-year-old guy in a boxing ring. Are you crazy?
And there's gonna be more of it.
But you know what? But you know what, guys, not too much on Jake Paul, because if you're saying he's there to help the sport, so that means that technically that Jake Paul is like what do you call it? You know, how do you call it? You know, you put a bull. You know, when the bulls came into the Coliseum, and there was loads of people in it. Trojan horse.
Trojan horse.
So Jake Paul's a Trojan horse then. So he's gonna bring down all the walls of the politics and the inner politics that the Boxing Federation goes through. I.e., certain fights need to happen, but certain fighters, they reach to the near of their retirement for certain fights to finally happen, And I think the Saudi guys are helping with that as well. I feel like they're breaking the walls down so that these things can actually happen. So if that's the case, then hey man, I'm happy with it, If we're gonna start seeing real fights on real time,
But you know
the
what,
Terence Crawfords, all of that, do you get what I mean? But,
we're talking about one of the greatest ever boxers in Mike Tyson, bruv. Yeah. Okay, one of the big. I'm big up to you, by the way. It's been a long time, by the way, since I've spoken to you.
Long time, my G.
Hope you're keeping well, brother. Hope you're keeping well, and your family as well. Yeah. Look, bruv, it's because he's one of the best greatest out there. That's the reason why I'm looking at it and I'm thinking to myself, they've made like a mockery of it on him for that reason.
But DJ, he didn't get knocked out. He didn't get knocked out,
bro. I know he didn't get knocked out, bro. But it just feels like when you're seeing him in there, going up there, almost like Nee said, almost fell off his when he was walking to the ring and all that. You're thinking to yourself, man, this is one of the best ever boxers out there. And you're seeing this. What's happened to him? You're seeing has to do a
probably
fight
the
like
best.
This just to
Probably the best ever, to be honest. Because Muhammad Ali, he never had a Evander Holyfield in his life. He never had a Holyfield. Let's not do that. You get what I mean? Like,
no, I know. Yeah, no doubt.
That 90s era, they were crazy, bro. So I respect that era more than Muhammad Ali's era, to be honest.
Absolutely. I'll tell you something about Muhammad Ali. I want to love you forever. Thank you very much for your comment. Yes, he said what I was able to watch thanks to Netflix for the crappy service was disappointment. The women's match was the best. Yeah.
Oh, it was the best. Oh my god.
The women's match was the best.
But did you watch it, Lee?
they screw up. They screw up too on that. Amanda Serena. They should have called that fight off as soon as the headbutt came together. They should have called the fight off and then give it a draw.
Not the knee. No, you can't do that, man. Because it's a mixed in with fatigue, yeah, and the way she fights. Some people fight head first, you know, and when the people are tired, yeah, they bring their head down a lot. That's most likely what that is, you know. Because a rematch would do, but I don't think that she cheated, man.
No. I'm not saying I give her the credit. I'm not saying she cheated. What I was saying that it was accidentally. It was accidental. That's how she fight. She fight with her head always leading, because she've had the same incident with so many. I think what's her name, Chantel Cameron or whatever her name is, and another girl. Anytime she fight, she always have this accidental incident of a headbutt in there. But if you see McKean, if you see the situation, the skin was widely open and the skin was just hanging right there, bro. It was very dangerous to fight. Yeah, they should have stopped the fight. They shouldn't have continued because it gave advantage to what's the name? The Irish girl to be targeting that open wound, which was accidentally, because it wasn't a cut from the gloves. It was the head that collide, and most of the time when you see a southpaw and then the other was southpaw and then the right-handed person, when they stand, they always face each other. Either they trip on their foot or a headbutt happen most of the time because they're not.
But Amanda's tough though. Yeah, but you have to give it to you have to give it to Amanda though. Amanda's that's tough.
To be honest,
that's real strong person.
DJ didn't watch it, but to be honest with me, I did not. I couldn't see how the Irish won the fight. Even when they took the 1 point out of his hair point, I thought maybe Amanda has won it. But the judges saw something different that I wasn't seeing.
No, Sydney, I didn't watch any. I just saw some bits of the highlights of the Tyson one, but as I said, I didn't see the other one. So you guys are no more honest than me. I'm on it, but no, I mean, I'm only going by what you guys are saying on here. So
to be honest with you, like I said, it was dangerous.
And so sorry, and yeah, and what's this about? I'm hearing about McGregor. Who's talking about my legend like this? What's going on?
Yeah, bruv. Apparently, he's called out McGregor as well now as Jake Paul. He's called him out now for a fight. Whether that's ever going to happen, I don't know. But apparently he's called him out as well now.
So he takes out the legend from boxing, yeah. Now he wants to take the mighty legend of UFC. Like, you know who? Do you know what? UFC. McGregor's a pillar, you know. Like McGregor's he's history. He's a historic book, you know. Like there's like 4 different types of McGregors.
Yeah.
Like we're forgetting how legendary this man is, you know. Like he kept up with Floyd Mayweather, yeah, not knowing an ounce of boxing.
Yeah.
Let's
and now he's calling him out. Whether it will happen, bro, I don't know though. It's just apparently he's called him out now for a fight. Apparently, so let's see.
Do you guys know that Dubois also called Jake Paul out because Dubois he wants money? I doubt that can happen, but if the money is worth it, I'm sure they're gonna do it. But that will be the end of Jake Paul. Jake Paul, you couldn't even defeat Tommy Fury. Tommy Fury, who's a bomb. He's not even an elite European boxer. He can't even be an European champion. More or less to be continental and be the world. He got knocked down by Tommy Fury, who's a bump. And you're calling what's his name? McGregor, who wears almost about 18-ounce boxing gloves. Jesus Christ. I don't know. But it'll be a difficult one. Let's see. But yeah, we're talking about Muhammad Ali during those days, DJ, and then McCain.
Yeah.
Ali during Ali's days, the boxers were not that tough. They have a few ones that were tough. Yeah. Few ones like Joe Frazier. Joe Frazier was one of them. And he has the Joe Former himself. If you guys can remember, there was a video out there, the life story of Muhammad Ali and Joe Former. The story that comes out is Ali was scared to beat Joe Frazier, even himself. He told George Foreman to go and get rid of Joe Frazier before they can face off. You get the story? He didn't want to fight Joe Frazier. So Joe Foreman wants to fight.
It's lagging. There's a lag, I think, Nee.
There's a lag in
I
here?
think there's a lag.
Okay. Is it okay now? Can you hear me?
Sorry, what was
Yeah,
that you
yeah,
said,
it's
Brian?
okay now, yeah.
Yeah. I was saying that there were, Muhammad Ali, he's not as, how do you say it? As fearless as we always think he is. He was fearful of some other boxers. He was fearful of some other, but he didn't never want to fight Joe Frazier. And Ali, Joe Foreman wanted to fight
you're
him.
right, Nee, you know. And
Yeah.
Nee, sorry, they were all scared of James Toney. All of them.
Oh,
All
another
of
one.
them were scared of James Toney.
Big James
All
Toney.
of them. Everybody was scared of that guy, you know.
Yeah. So what they do, Ali said, okay, you want to fight me? Go get rid of this guy. Go get rid of this guy before you come and fight me. Ali is just a smart boxer. He's not the strongest, but he's a smart boxer. That's how he got into Foreman's head and drained all the living hell out of Foreman within round 15, and then he knocked him down. Because Foreman's energy was all gone. He was getting into his head. You can't knock him. Foreman even said it. He got me angry. I was throwing punches, and he was taking them. I was taking punches, and he was reserving his energy, and then he took me down round 15. That was 1974 in Kinshasa, Zaire. I always remember that fight. I wasn't born at that time, but I watched that fight in 1994. That was when I started watching boxing every Friday evening, legendary Friday night with legendary boxing. A lot of people, those that did not watch Tyson, they need to go back and watch Tyson, the history. Tyson and Mitch Green. Tyson and Mitch Green. They met each other outside. Mitch Green was a gangster from Michigan, Detroit, Michigan. Tyson was a gangster from Bronx. These two guys met outside. Crazy.
Oh, I can imagine that was-
Outside.
Ooh.
They fought three times in the ring, either 2 times in the ring, and then Mitch Green is also a talented boxer. Skills, power, tall, and Jerry Kells, he's got everything. Mitch Green got everything. Tyson fought this guy, and they met outside. I'll show you a picture of that. I'll show you a picture in a bit. Let me find it right now, DJ. I'll send it to you. I'll let you have it say, DJ. If you have something you want to say for it whilst I look for it. You can. We lost my king.
No, bro. It's everything you're saying about that. As I said, the era that I grew up with as well. As I said, I grew up of boxing and stuff. And as I said, and that's why I keep saying what I've said already in terms of the Tyson Jake Paul thing. But
Yeah.
the interesting one now is going to be this whole thing with Conor McGregor, because I'll be intrigued to see if he answers and he comes out. If he comes out and says, "Yeah, I'll fight you," which again. I guess if it's too, people want to call it entertainment because that's what it is, or whatever. Then yeah, obviously they'll go ahead and do it. But I don't know, mate. I mean, it just show. It's a question I think we've got to ask. I think, and has boxing gone that low down that we're seeing all this stuff happening now with these old retired fighters coming out and fighting? Has boxing gone that bad? Is it gone that bad?
Yeah, it's gone very bad. They don't want to lose. Everyone is protected. They're protecting their CV. They don't want to lose. So with that, when that happened, the best are not fighting the best. Where back in the days, boxers used to fight like 6 times in a year, 7 times in a year. Now they only have like 3 or 4 fights in a year. Boxers have 3 fights in a year. Sugar Ray Leonard was fighting like 10 times in a year. Sugar Ray Leonard to defend his title like
That's the
10
name.
times in a year. Now it's just
That's the
3 or
name.
4.
That's the name from the past. Sugar Ray Leonard, mate. Flipping heck.
Sugar Ray
Oh.
Leonard, Marvin Hagler. These are the
Marvin
fights.
Hagler. Oh my dear, yeah, for sure.
What
For
you
sure
fight,
they
not
are.
these days. So now, when Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao were in their prime, they couldn't fight. When you're about to leave the sport of boxing, that's when they made the fight possible. And everyone was like, it's not going to be interesting. It's not going to be interesting. We want to see the best fight the best. Crawford need to fight, what's his name again? This Mexican, Saul. He need to fight Saul. We want to see the best fight the best. Crawford, one way or the other, he's moved up in weight. So now he can chase Saul Alvarez.
What about the old Gypsy King, Nee? What are your takes on him?
Oh, he's bumped. He's done. To me, look, Gypsy King will not survive in the days of Tyson. Gypsy King will not survive.
No way.
I tell people that this guy is not a boxer. He just have the height, and he relies his height on you. Gypsy King,
And his punch as well, mate. Because his punch is obviously distant. Because obviously he's tall, so his punch gets more weight, doesn't it? It gets more heat weight, doesn't it? The punch.
Yeah, the people that Tyson fought in those days, Gypsy King will not survive them. Look at that fight. The fight he fought, what's his name again? Buster Douglas. Look at Trevor Bebry from Jamaica. Look at Springs. He retired Springs from fighting, from boxing. Tyson retired Springs.
Yeah.
So many people have retired him. Gypsy King will not survive.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It's not. This is why I don't show much interest in it now, like it used to be. Do you know what I mean? You know, because you look at the big hypes out there, and obviously, you know, we talk about the old Gypsy King here, right? Yeah, I mean, the hype around this guy as well. Yeah, you know, is another goes up. It's another level to what people think he's completely up there. But like you said, he gets in around with the Mike Tyson. The guy's not going to have no chance whatsoever. He'll just take him. He'll eat him for breakfast, bro.
He would not even stand the test of Fan Bruno.
No.
Fan Bruno couldn't survive round 1 in front of Tyson.
Nah, he couldn't.
Gypsy King. Oh, the punches are coming from all angles. Gypsy King. This Ukrainian boxer, he's not that good of a boxer. The way he fights cannot compare to those days.
What's his name? The Ukrainian one. Oh, God.
The current undisputed, they've created a new title for him.
I know who you're talking about. I can't get his name at the moment.
Makim. I think it's Makim's
back. Oh,
it's gone.
Back.
Yeah, it's gone again.
Not Klitschko. Is it Klitschko? Not Klitschko.
No. Usyk.
Usyk. That's it. Usyk. That's the one. Yeah.
Usyk will not survive fighting this guy. No, Usyk will not survive. Bro, the heavyweight at that time, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, was heavyweight.
It's not the same, bro. It's not
the same anymore. Everything is dead.
Same.
The food, genetics, everything is killing them. They can't stand it anymore.
Yeah. Then you had the days of then obviously from other weights you had Nigel Benn, Chris Eubank. Remember them guys? Watson. Paul Watson, you know what happened to Watson, don't you?
No. Some of these British boxers, I don't know. They're good though. British boxers, I like them.
No. He ended up he was cabbage, didn't he? End up in a wheelchair, didn't he? Watson.
I didn't see him much on the international scene.
Years ago.
Was a British boxer?
I think he was British boxer. Was he British? I think he was British. Was he? I think he was British. Yeah, I can't remember. I can't remember who it was. Was it Chris Eubank or was it Nigel? I can't remember which one it was that made him happen like that. But he had one of those. It was one of those things. In fact, he wasn't. I can't how it actually happened to me. He got into. I don't. All I know is he was in a wheelchair. I don't think it was done by a boxing. I think it was something else. But I can't remember what else caused it all for him. I think he had a relapse or something. After a major fight, and I think it was the next couple of days. I think they found something that happened to him that I can't remember. He's going back now, mate. He's going back. I need to go look back on the archives and check it.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm trying to find that Tyson and a Mitch Green's image.
Yeah.
Yeah. I sent it to Steven. It's like, what the heck? Maybe I can get that on the internet again. Hold on. Let me go on Google. Tyson Mitch Green. I'll get it right now. In a bit.
In the meantime, let's see if any other stories.
Tyson versus Mitch Green.
No, it's a minor, by the way, Reed, just to let you know. It just says that Reece James has a minor problem and is ruled out for the Chelsea game against Leicester. So it's a minor problem he's got, nothing major. Well, as they call it, that's how it starts, I guess, doesn't it? Whoa,
Yeah,
Chelsea,
I don't trust them. I don't trust Chelsea.
Chelsea-
This report, Chelsea doctors. I don't trust them. The same
Chelsea
thing
are
they told
preparing
us.
says
Go ahead,
Chelsea are
DJ.
preparing 150 million to sign defensive pillars Jules Koundé and Ronald Araujo from Barcelona.
Oh, stupid people.
But
Chelsea's
again,
never going for
bro,
Jules Koundé.
but then again, like we talked about earlier on, look at the people who are reporting this. This is people called Fitchnet or something like that.
Fitch, is it Fitchu? Whatever.
That's
think
the
I've
one.
seen it before.
And Chelsea are planning to offer a pay rise to Noni Madueke and Malagustu, who've really impressed so far in this term. So they're offering a pay rise to those two players.
Yeah.
This is coming up.
Yeah.
Oh,
DJ, look at this.
What's that? I'll show you. You want to see that?
Yeah. See that image?
Oh yeah.
That's Mitch Green.
And is the image of Tyson you're saying? Yeah.
They met outside here. This is an image. They met outside here,
Wow.
and that's what Mitch Green's face. Destroyed the eye socket. Destroyed him. They met outside to fight. This guy was a criminal. It's a gangbanger, gangster. Always, he found himself like a year. He found himself in jail like 17 times a year, every year.
Who's that?
Tyson.
Oh, Tyson. Oh, Tyson.
Yeah, every year like 17 times until this old guy, Buster, not Buster, the trainer met him and said they want to train him. He wanted to train him. But yeah, Mitch Green, what a boxer this guy was. Mitch Green was a boxer. He was a boxer. He's from Detroit. He also a gangster. Look at him now. Old Mitch Green.
Yeah, man. Wow.
Yeah, those times, man. This guy and Tyson.
Boxers, man.
Oh, Jesus Christ. They fought 3 times. 3 times. Mitch Green and Tyson.
Wow.
I want when you get a time,
when
you find some time. Yeah.
You see, bro, these are the days of the boxing. These are the boxers we were talking about, aren't we? So,
yeah.
So what it is nowadays, man. Can't touch it, can you? Like
No,
these days to what it was.
Yeah.
Oh, is that Frank Bruno?
Yeah, Bruno, my man.
Yeah, Bruno,
very humble guy. Yeah. Very humble guy.
Yeah, very humble guy. Very
humble guy. I love him, Bruno.
I remember his fight against Tim Witherspoon, and Tim. I think it was round 10. He had him on the ropes. He lost the fight, and Witherspoon he was kneeling down on the ropes because he was getting that badly punched up. I remember staying up. I remember actually sitting and watching that fight with my brother and my dad. We were sitting and watching it, and I thought, come on, because the hype before that fight was, oh, Bruno's gonna, Bruno's gonna come in. He's gonna do. But this guy, everyone didn't see Tim Witherspoon, mate. He was built as anything as well. He was a bit of a, but he was built as well. Tim Witherspoon. I don't even remember him. Do you ever remember a guy called Tim Witherspoon?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Tim Witherspoon. He's a British boxer, isn't he?
Is he British? I thought he was British. I thought he was. I don't think he's British. Double check on. I thought he was definitely not American. No.
It is. Oh yeah, it could be. The name Witherspoon could be American. Definitely.
God, Larry Holmes, man. Larry Holmes. Another one.
Yeah, Tyson destroyed him. because you remember he beat Ali and took the title away from him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
when Ali was gonna fight him, when Tyson was fighting Larry Holmes, you know what Ali did? Ali walked in the ring, and then he whispered to Tyson's ear, "Finish him for me." But before that, Tyson went to Ali's house, and they told him, "I'm gonna beat him for you, champ. I'm gonna beat him for you, champ. I'm gonna do it." Tyson was then around 16 years old. He was 16 years old. When he was ready, he beat the hell out of Larry Holmes, man. Ali was right there. Ali was right there. Ali was right there when that fight happened. But incredible.
Is that one of saying that? What they say? Oh, it's a PS game thing. Now I'm looking. What the Tyson versus The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. I'm thinking, what's going on there?
Yes,
it's a game, mate. It's a game. It's a game.
It's some thumbnail, catchy thumbnails.
Oh,
Video game. Catchy thumbnail. This is a real image. This is like a 3D created. It's not a real thing. But this one's a real. Yeah, real image. Just the thumbnails for people to click on it. This was a real image. This probably is around 18 years old. Who? Conor McGregor.
Yeah. Conor McGregor. Yeah, it was one of them there. But
Conor McGregor.
Yeah, what a fight he was, mate.
Oh, this is Conor McGregor.
You know the saddest. Do you remember, bro, when this thing went up with Chelsea for sale? He wanted to purchase some stake at Chelsea, and then there was rumors about Arsenal afterwards. And if you remember that, he wanted to be one of the Conor McGregor. He wanted to be one of the. I think when Chelsea was up for sale, and they were obviously banting.
Oh yeah.
He was in there as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, he wanted to buy Chelsea, man. And then there was a report that he wanted to buy Manchester United. Dude, you don't have the money. Get the hell out of the way from here. He doesn't have the money. You think you have 200 million? You have 200 million means that you can own a football club like Manchester United? What are you talking about? Even like, do you know the expenditure in a month alone?
Yeah,
it's not individual money. It's consortium. It's consortium money. They used to run football club, not individual.
Yeah.
Roman Abramovich did it. He did it in a different way. Roman asset is different. But nowadays, man, if you don't have oil, then you need a consortium to buy a football club. The expenditure a week is huge.
Forget about that, bro. Even if you were to get, even if you were to go and get a guy from that way, you know, and not another oil baron coming in, they can't spend the money that they used to do before. That's all over. They can help, obviously, with the marketing side of things, getting the club to where you want them to go, but they can't put in. They can put money, yes, but they can't put the money like the Roman days. Yeah, them days are finished now.
Yeah. It's not about. If it's all about money, you know, Newcastle wouldn't be fighting over selling players to match up FFP and the others. They would have gone and buy everything they want.
Yep.
I'm sure the Glazers could do the same thing. A lot of Premier League teams would have done the same thing. The likes of Fulham can do it because it's not owned by Marinaki, the guy from Greece that owns Panathinaikos.
Yes, he also owns Nottingham Forest, doesn't he?
Nottingham Forest, yeah, I mean Forest. Yeah, Forest could have gone and buy every player that they want, but they can't do that because of financial fair play. And was it Nottingham Forest that brought in almost about 22 players in one season?
Yes, it was them.
Yeah,
I mean, wasn't it their first season back up the Premiership? Was it? No, was it when they were still in the first?
No, second season.
The Premiership, second season. That's right.
Yeah, second season.
Yeah, look how well they're doing, mate. That's a well-oiled machine game. You know, I tell you what, everyone thinking that Arsenal are going to go down there and get a victory against Nottingham Forest over the weekend, you've got another thing coming, mate. Because if they play anyway like they played against Chelsea and against the way they played against, I think, was it Manchester City? Who is it they beat? Liverpool. Who was it they beat? Liverpool, wasn't it?
Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, it was Liverpool.
Yeah, they beat Liverpool 1-0 courtesy Callum Hudson-Odoi.
Yeah, they drew with us, and then they lost their last game, though, didn't they? Their last game they lost, though, didn't they? To was it 3-1? Was it 3-1 they lost?
The last game.
They lost their last game.
Yeah, they lost the last game. I think either one of the mid-table teams. They lost to one of the mid-table teams.
Can't believe it's bugging me. Because I know they were leading in that game as well, and they came and the team came and beat them.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
But I still don't think I still don't think there'll be a pushover. I think if Arsenal think they're gonna land there and they're gonna get a victory, they've got another thing coming, man. Arsenal home or away this weekend? They played their last game to Chelsea. Was away. Oh no, it was away from. It was at Stamford Bridge, but they're which means their next game is at home.
Yeah.
Let me just check. So they're playing their home game against Nottingham Forest. It's still not going to be an easy game, mate.
Okay. All right. It's getting more interesting, but everything has a beginning, has an end. DJ, what are you up to tomorrow?
Me tomorrow, I'm working as normal.
Okay.
And then I'll be back home in the evening as always. You on tomorrow
Great.
again?
Oh yeah, as usual. Yeah, I
Yeah.
will be doing the preview, the real preview, and looking at what we have in hands to see who is available to play Leicester City on Saturday. Early kickoff.
Yeah, I'm going. Yeah, it's at their ground as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice
Yeah.
chatting with you, DJ. Take care.
Nice chatting with you as well, bro. Take care. Peace up to you and your regards to your family. Thanks for having
Yeah.
us on as always. Everyone in the comments, smash the like and subscribe as always, everyone.
As usual. All right.
Peace
All
out.
right,
Bro.
DJ.
Take care. Take care. Bye bye. Bye bye.
All right. Bye bye. All right, guys. So thank you very much for joining us on the show today. It's been incredible and interesting. We've covered the whole range of subjects in terms of boxing to football to whatever you want to say regarding football sports. We've talked about Bentico being banned and fined £100,000 to pay regards to his racial slur regarding human song his teammates. So we talk about that also. Enzo Maresca, Reece James injury update. We did went through that. So everyone that joined us here, those that joined late, we want to say thank you very much, Makeem. I want you to love you forever, JC, and Chelsea, my brother, Chelsea Perspective, Lord Vapor Scala, United, DJ Salve, Tyrone, big up to Tyrone, and everyone that made today's stream a reality. Our friends, viewers that watch us on X and YouTube, thank you very much. We'll come again, we'll be back again tomorrow, same time. Nate Zion, Stephen G, we're out. Take care, guys. Bye-bye for now.
You are a winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. You are a winner, feel no pain. You are a winner, feel no pain. Yeah, I woke up feeling like a champion. Every move I make, I got the stamina. Eyes on the prize, never lose sight. Grinding every day, pushing through the night. Got the fire in my soul, never back down. In the ring of life, I'm the one with the crown. Sweat and tears, yeah, I paid the cost. Every battle fought, I'm never lost. Hit the ball, you are a winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. Every challenge met, every goal in sight. In the gym, on the grind, it's a warrior's fight. From the bottom to the top, yeah, I've been there. With the heart of a lion, I face the dare. No fear, no limits, just pure drive. In the race of life, I'm alive. With every push, with every strain, I'm a winner, feel the gain. Hit the road, feel the power. In this moment, it's our hour. Rise above, break the chain. You a winner, feel no pain. You are a winner, stand tall, be proud. tight. In the gym, on the grind, it's a warrior's fight. From the bottom to the top, yeah, I've been there. With the heart of a lion, I face the dare. No fear, no limits, just pure drive. In the race of life,